There was a time where hip-hop culture and geek culture, punching over dollars amongst society on who deserves the right to be considered best. A great culture feud lasted for decades with no end in sight, until one crew decided enough was enough. Deuces, collectively known as Geekset.
All right, man. Welcome back to the Geekset podcast, the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces in the building. With me, I got my man Lil.
It's your boy Lib, the spiccato playing, beat making, motherfucking legendary ass Puerto Rican. You can see it in my DNA. You can see it in my DNA.
This nigga lost his hat. Dog. I'm bad. I'm
Always, I
bad.
got my man Bacardi in the building.
What's good, everybody? How we doing today?
Man, we doing good. Tonight,
Yes,
man.
tonight.
It's spooky month, man.
Spooky season.
Spooky season. And as always, got my man Didge.
What's happening, people?
Man, how
Didge
y'all
in the building.
What y'all been on?
Man, this intro boring. What's happening, people?
He always give everybody
It's
what's
a
up.
good what's happening.
What you got thinking? It goes from like me bringing in the energy. You go crazy.
Right.
Bacardi usually like, all right, well, how we doing?
Yeah,
and
like,
then
I'm
we smooth it out with Didge.
I give everybody like this nigga doing too much. So let's bring everybody.
I
Let's
get us back to normal.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
So
Cause this nigga always be doing too much.
But it is-
You know what I'm saying?
It is spooky season and everything. Have y'all done anything yet?
Just been watching plenty of horror movies.
Yeah,
trying to at least watch at least one horror movie a day.
I haven't been on
Same.
my horror.
I haven't been
horror
one a day, but I've been watching some.
Yeah, I've been trying to like stay on turn, like just to try to make sure at least watch at least one to two a week, if anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
Really?
fair.
Really? I feel like that's like low for you, bro.
I mean that is low.
It is low for
But I mean
Bacardi.
that's at least that's like the bar I try to at least set. Like fam, you gotta get through at least one or two.
What have y'all watched so far?
So we watched that weak ass The Penance Lane.
Penance
movie.
Lane.
That movie was trash.
With Booker T. What was it?
Yeah, it had
what was
Booker
his-
T.
Booker
It had
Booker
what was
T.
and DDP in it.
What was his
Hilarious.
brother's name that he was saying so
Oh,
loud?
Billy. You was Billy.
Dog, Booker T cannot act, bro.
No, at all.
Did y'all expect them to be able to act?
I didn't expect him. I expect him to give.
Because you figure you gotta do all that acting as a wrestler.
But look at his
Yeah.
acting as wrestling though.
He gave us wrestling
Dog,
acting.
but you know, it don't always translate.
That's fair.
You know,
Yeah.
like The Rock, perfect. Like even
Yeah.
though his acting chops still sucks, but
It got better.
You know,
It got significantly
It
better.
got a lot better.
it's got a lot better.
Ballers is what I was like. Okay, he got better because Ballers was a little bit.
But you
different.
figure you gotta at least have some type of, but like that was bad. What else did I watch? I watched this movie. It was The Forest. It had Natalie Dormer in it, the chick from Game of Thrones.
Yep.
That was pretty interesting. It had a
I think I
pretty
know
interesting
what you're
twist.
talking. I think I know what movie you might be talking about. I feel like I seen a horror movie with her in it.
Yeah, or she had went to Japan to find her twin sister. She was in the
Oh
suicide
yeah, when it was in the
forest.
forest and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that one was pretty
That
slick.
was Natalie Dormer. She was she was Marjorie on Game of Thrones.
But I mean, what's it called?
The Forest.
Oh, I think I did see The Forest. Because it reminded me, it made me feel like it was an M. Night Shyamalan movie at
Yeah,
first.
because it had a good twist. I
Yeah.
liked it
So it was
'cause
trash.
I saw it a long time. I saw it
he
it's
had
old.
some good movies.
Isn't it
I
kind
hate
of
it.
old?
He's
It's a couple
my-
years
he's my-
old.
He had some. Like,
M Night is my.
don't you like The Sixth Sense?
His
I
early
mean,
movies,
that was
yeah.
decent. I wasn't.
His
He can't
early
do hard.
movies, yeah.
Like, he can't do hard.
The only horror movie that was okay.
wasn't
Devil.
Was he Devil?
Devil was
Devil
was a good
decent.
one.
Devil was decent. But other than that, like most of his movies, I hate.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I just don't like his twists.
Me either.
His twists be trash.
Yeah, that's
Like
fair.
the build up for the twist be trash. Like I feel like he thinks of the twist first, and like, well, how do I?
how do I get to that?
He fill in the
How
blanks.
do I get there? Like, you know what I'm
He
saying?
might, he
Like,
might.
Was it the
Get in.
village? Was it the village when they was like just trapped in like a park?
Bro, that
And he was-
pissed me off.
like,
I
I feel
legit
like-
thought it was gonna be a monster movie.
It was pretty much a movie about Amish people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you know
thought it
what
was.
I'm
Gonna
Yeah.
That's what made it so funny.
I
Like,
thought it
I
was
feel like he
gonna
had to
be
be walking in
monster.
the woods. Like, if a bunch of people was living here, how do you make it feel like they've been here all their life and not realize
That's
that they,
hilarious,
like,
though.
out of civilization? Like, that's what made it so stupid. Like,
What about-
that twist was trash.
Lil, what about you? What have you watched?
Man, I kicked off the first day of October with one of my favorite directors, motherfucking Rob Zombie.
Of course.
I had
Rob
to watch.
Zombie.
I had to watch 31. You ever watch 31?
I haven't seen 31.
I love Rob Zombie movies because
Yeah.
they're. I mean, you know what you're gonna get into. You're just gonna see motherfuckers just getting murdered. Like
Yeah,
that's you know, I love that. I love.
I mean, he does definitely the most violent. He puts a lot of violence.
I like
in
the
his
what,
movies.
thousand
Corpses?
corpses.
Thousand Corpses go, like,
I like the Devil's Rejects.
Yep.
There's a new Devil's Rejects. I haven't seen that one though.
I
don't know if it's been released or I heard it was being made.
And it's Rob Zombie or somebody else?
It's Rob Zombie.
Didn't somebody from the Devil's Reject die?
Yeah, Captain Spaulding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And 31 was just dope. I mean, if you like gruesome, just murderous movies with like weird satanic rituals, you know,
That's your shit.
That's I mean, for Rob Zombie, because he just makes it so interesting.
Yeah.
And I like his wife is usually the one that's playing the lead character. She does pretty good. I like him. But I watched a new one called The Book of Blood on Hulu. I highly recommend
Is
that
this a
one.
series or a movie?
It's a movie. It's 3 stories in one.
Right.
It has a small twist in it, which was pretty interesting. Not something that I even expected to happen, but I enjoyed that movie too. That movie was pretty slick. I liked it.
I watched. Finally watched Don't Sleep. Don't Sleep was actually really
Oh,
good.
I watched that too. That wasn't too bad
It was,
either.
yeah, like it was like I thought it was. It wasn't scary to me. It was like, but I felt like the atmosphere that they created with the movie and like the whole like seeing ghosts, you know, just like how it was, like him having The Shining or whatever.
I feel like You mean Doctor Sleep?
Doctor Sleep.
I showed
like, don't sleep.
I was like, no, it's Doctor Sleep. That's what I'm like.
Yeah,
I'm
Doctor
sitting.
Sleep.
I think
I'm
there
like,
is a movie called Don't Sleep.
there is a movie called Don't Sleep.
Yeah, Doctor Sleep is what I thought of.
Oh no!
I think I seen-
I watched a random Netflix movie called Don't Sleep. So
You might have saw Don't
we
Sleep,
might have
yeah.
saw something different.
Yeah,
I mean, no, I'm
there's a
talking about
horror.
Doctor Sleep.
There is a horror movie called Don't Sleep.
yeah.
Okay.
Doctor Sleep is part of the
Amityville Horror.
Oh,
not
okay, so
Amityville.
I've seen that
Not
movie.
Amityville.
No.
It's
No,
The Shining.
Unbreakable.
The Shining.
Shining.
Not- it's Shining. I mean, yeah.
I've seen that too.
That's what I meant, Dr.
But
Sleep.
I just watched it. Don't Sleep when it was a random Netflix one.
Yep.
I like Doctor Sleep.
Yeah, I like
I've
the
watched it
end.
a
I like
couple
how they
times.
wrapped it up at the end with the like going back to the place or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. Like the beginning of it to me kind of dragged. Like I said, I enjoyed the atmosphere of it. Like there really was no jump scares or nothing in it, but they really did create this like battle of like.
They made like a universe for
Yeah,
it.
like they made so it's like I think that it was.
And they had some of the old folks come back.
Yep, they
like
did.
the
Right.
bartender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
Mike,
what. But I mean,
think his name
they had the
was?
bartender pretty much be Jack though. Like it was somebody faking being Jack. Like he was in because now he was in the house seeing his father being the bartender. Where I think in the first Shining, whoever was, I think the bartender in Jack's Shining was just a bartender there, but he was seeing his father.
Yeah,
in the bar.
yeah.
In the bar. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I mean, they did everything. The fact that they went to. They did the bathroom scene with the lady.
Yep.
Like they brought all the ghosts back or whatever. So like
They
I
did,
thought,
yeah.
like the idea of even the group of people that were like taking the Shining kids, and that was cold.
That was pretty tough.
There isn't a lot of movies that they put torture on kids. So like that scene they had where they
used to
were
be.
really picking dude apart,
Yeah.
the little
You
boy
ain't
apart.
you got to read the comic book. Something's killing the children. Then.
Yeah, I still gotta read that.
I just seen the child get ripped in half in the last book.
Right.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying though. Like, but when it comes to
Like,
when it comes to
ripped in
movies,
half.
but when it
I'ma
comes to
bring
movies,
it to
though,
you. I got all
other
of
than
them.
like It, like you remember like It, of course
It.
the
Yeah.
set,
Yeah.
and they had to make that one like the newer It. They had to make that one more like. It was like, wow, you never really see actual
Yeah,
kid arm,
yeah.
like you know what I'm saying. So like the fact that was like the whole scene of Dr. Sleep to me was them. Like I actually like cringed, like they ripping this little kid apart, bro. Like they
Yeah.
really, and dude just screaming, and I'm like, this, it ain't even scary. Like this was just traumatic.
Yeah,
like,
it was,
fuck,
yeah.
like. So I was like, but I actually enjoyed it. Like I mean, I haven't really. I've been I plan on watching like I always say I'm going to do and I never do, but I gotta watch all of my Freddy's because like my brother bought me years ago.
You
bought
bring
me
this up every year. on the
every
podcast.
year, and I never watched it every year.
Might as well just bring them here. We just have a watch party.
I might have to, man, because they like it's like I don't know why I never sit down in time to watch them because Freddy's still like my all-time favorite. Like that's horror is Freddy altogether for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I never watched them.
I gotta ask you, did you like the reboot?
With old boy?
I hated the
No,
Rorschach.
because I don't like his chin.
I didn't either.
I didn't like his chin.
There was so much about it I didn't like.
Dog, you know when they did the trailer and they did that close up on her face. And I was like, dog, this nigga ain't got no chin. This shit is a rap. Like, I was like, this shit is a rap, dog.
Hey, that
I can't
shit
take
was
that nigga
trash.
seriously
I hate
at
when they
all.
changed. It's kind of like the same thing that shit went down with Chucky. He was like, dog, what is this Chucky?
Yeah, like, dog,
why?
Hey, I don't know. I don't think they changed the story of Freddy though, because the premise was still the same.
Yeah, they
I'm saying when they changed the image.
Like changed the look.
The
well,
looks.
well, you know, it's a different
yeah, it's
person.
Rorschach's face. That's what I'm saying,
Because
like-
really, it's what's his name that looked like Freddy. Like even with his without
Yeah,
his
without it,
mask,
yeah, he
Robert
definitely-
Englund
he
look
still look like,
Robert
even, oh
Englund
shit,
is
that's
like,
Freddy. Like,
it's like certain people who got that face. Like Robert Englund got that face.
Yeah,
Jack, Jack Nicholson got his face. Like where you just like, bro, don't matter what you do.
The new like when he does the smile, when he smiles in interviews.
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård.
Oh,
Yeah, that nigga, he looks just like
Yeah.
Pennywise.
So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like, fam, I just couldn't get into it. Like I watched it. And you know what I'm saying, like tried to really like fuck with the new Freddy, but it was his chin. It was like the same thing. It was like what's the name of Beard, bro? I kept saying,
Anthony Mackie.
I couldn't take this Freddy seriously in no
Hey, while
scene.
we on it, I know I'm jumping the subject, bro, but every time I see A-Train, I be like, that's the wish value version of Anthony Mackie.
Hey, but wait.
Anthony Mackie the Roundy's version.
But hold on.
That's the
But
funny
hold
thing.
on.
Hey, A-Train lining though.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
crispy
Whoever
as a
does
bitch.
his lining, that shit be crazy.
That nigga got a true.
That's all that wind he be
He
running
got that.
through.
That's that. He got that Jalen Rose.
Yeah,
barber.
He got a true black on black violence ridden neighborhood haircut.
Yeah.
like he going back
Filled
to the
with
block.
traumatic
His
experience.
line
He
is
going back to the block to get cut,
clean.
nigga. Like y'all
He
gotta make me
definitely
crispy, man. Like
Wait, hold on. Can I tell what movie I watched?
yeah. He gotta do his
Hey,
movie.
what movie I
I thought you
watched?
said you didn't watch it. My fault.
Yeah, no, I did. I watched. I jumped mine off with The Thing.
Which version? Which year? Which one though? There's like
Both.
three.
There's two.
There's three.
There's third one. So
There's a very old one.
There's the very
there's
first
an
one.
80s one, and then there's the 2000 one.
oh,
This is like, and the first one black and white.
Yeah, something like that.
think it was
oh,
like-
okay.
like
So
that.
I did the '80s one. I did the 2011 one.
Okay.
And like Quiet as Kept, the 2011 one actually holds up, bro.
I like that movie, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
I always
that
like
movie
that's
was tight.
actually a really the
and
thing.
I did not know Turman was in it. He's in it.
Yeah, Tormund. Yeah,
Tormund's in
Tormund.
it.
That's my
Is it?
dog.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? He's the motherfucking spokesperson for one of these hotels out here, bro.
Yeah.
He is. Yes.
Yeah.
When I went to the Wisconsin Dells and they were giving out little cars, you know how they try to get you
Yeah.
to sign up to do the thing?
The little, like,
one of the
yeah.
cars was Tormund, bro.
Yeah,
No, that's
Tormund's in it.
funny.
But yeah, but the Thing is dope as
The
fuck.
thing, the 50s black and white one is technically called The Thing from Another World. I don't know if it's. I don't know if that's part of the same.
It is because it's,
Oh, it
still,
is?
it's the same. It's the same
Okay.
premise.
Yeah. But
I've never seen that one, so I was just
Yeah,
curious.
so I watched the one from the '80s and I watched the original, the 2011 one. And yeah, man, like I said, like I forgot how much I fucking love The Thing.
black and white. I ain't watching
Yeah, the
that
thing was that's one of those ideas that was a really good idea.
Wyndham, my bad. Wyndham Hotels, bro. Look at Tormund, bro. Look at him in the blue
yeah,
suit.
come on.
Look at him, dog.
Hey, no. I did see those commercials. I forgot about them. I forgot he had those commercials.
Dog, he's so funny, bro. He's so funny. He the coldest ginger out here, dog.
Oh, I was gonna ask, did anybody watch any like horror anime?
You know what?
I keep on
You know
forgetting.
what? There's an anime that I started watching. I haven't finished watching it though. And it's about I can't remember the name, but it's with like these weird zombies, and they have like iron across their like their so you can only kill them one way, and it's in their body, but
Is it on
around
Netflix?
it was on I want to say I either watched it on Hulu or I watched it on Crunchyroll, but they have like the part that kills the zombie is protected by like iron or something like that, and then there's these
Interesting.
specialists.
I thought it was like, I
is
thought
that-
that,
is that-
didn't you watch the zombies?
Is that
movie on Netflix
Cabaneri,
that?
the Iron Force?
Yup, Cabaneri.
Cabaneri.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I thought it was, the Cabaneri Iron.
Oh,
Like,
you real life is.
Other
I'm
than
hot
that,
now, bro.
other than that, you know,
you know what I'm saying? that liquor and everything said near.
That's that sweatsuit.
This jogger making me feel like I'm really
So,
jogging.
for the
nigga.
people that don't, for the people that
Watch on
ain't looking,
YouTube. Watch on
me-
YouTube.
Watch the
Me and
video.
Ron, me and Rudy came up to the studio and we see Ron jump out of his truck in a full Geekset sweatsuit.
I
He
mean,
didn't even
see,
tell us these were
It's on
available.
the IG. It's on the IG
He didn't even
already.
tell us.
They'll see.
It's on the IG, but it ain't available for sale on the IG.
I mean, we just testing products out.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
No, you tested price, not me, because you did not. You ain't hit me up like, "Hey, I got a large. Can you test this?" No,
No,
you
I mean-
you just came up with. He probably got Geekset.
No,
draws.
y'all should have saw how he hopped out the whip. He hopped out like he
He
knew.
did.
I was on the
A real
phone. I was
Geek
on the phone and
said
pulled
dope
up.
boy.
I was
Looking
on
like
the
a real
phone
Geek
and
said
pulled
dope
up and
boy.
saw Rudy in the car. I said, "Ooh, I'm about to stuff."
Real Look at him. I'm so sick of Ryan right now, bro.
That's messed up.
And cause I mean, you didn't even catch it till a minute. Like, you came in, what up, y'all did? Looked away and looked back like, hold on. And started like,
I saw it immediately. I said, nigga, I hate you, dog.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't like a keychain that was dangling or something. Like, no, it was a real logo on a sweatsuit.
I mean, Jogger's gonna be coming soon, fam. It's getting cold.
Joggers coming
Yeah,
soon.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely need parts.
Lube,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
all that shit,
I
right?
definitely need parts.
We in Wisconsin, fam.
Coming
Joggers
up
are a
with products
necessity.
that we didn't even know existed.
Fam,
But
I mean,
there's a horror anime. I forgot. That
I actually haven't watched anything horror. Like, as far as anime, it hasn't been really. Unless you watching like Junji Ito and all them.
I
Like,
was
they're
saying, I
really.
watched
Oh,
that.
you know what? The Junji Ito one, I watched it last year. I loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Netflix was
rewatched.
good.
I
I gotta
rewatched that most of the time. I guess shameless plug. We watching Blood Sea.
I mean, but it's.
It's technically a horror anime. We haven't got any horror.
Yeah, we just haven't
aspects
got to
yet,
the horror part of it yet.
But you know,
But I mean, yeah. So Blood Sea is gonna probably be the horror anime of this. But yeah, I started rewatching Speed Grapher, which I'm gonna keep telling y'all is like amazing to watch.
What is?
Speed Grapher? It's an old anime I watched on Hulu a long time ago. But it's about this war photographer who goes back to Tokyo and becomes like an investigative reporter or whatever. But he's uncovering the Illuminati of Tokyo.
Okay.
And within the Illuminati, though, is like this woman who gives gifts to like the worthy, and like I guess it's like a kiss, and they get whatever kind of powers, whatever. And it's like so he gets like wrapped up into it and gets the blessing that he wasn't supposed to get. And what his power ended up getting is that his photography like can kill people. Like he can actually like damage you taking a picture of you, but he's going against all these other motherfuckers who got gifts. Like one nigga is like he was a ballet dancer and became like the most rubbery and elastic person in the world because of the gift that she gave him.
oh, so they get like supernatural gifts.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? So dude put on this leather ass like BDSM ass outfit and he kills people like wrapping his arms around their head and snatching the motherfuckers off. Like so it's like it's
That's
bloody.
wild.
Like nigga, it's like child trafficking cases, like all kind of shit going on. Like
I'm
it's
gonna
like
have to check it out.
It's
It's on
real
Crunchyroll?
underbelly. No,
No,
it's on
I saw your picture.
it's on Funimation.
Yeah.
It's on Funimation. It's like it's real underbelly Tokyo shit that you just never would really see in anime. Like it's really fucking like wild. And it's like I came across it a long time ago when I was watching like My Darker Than Black and Black Butler made me mad. That was I thought was gonna be in my heart. I was gonna start watching.
I thought
Oh, I thought
I
like-
stopped watching that.
And then
after a
season
while.
3, that shit pissed.
I
The
didn't
first
even- I didn't
episode,
even
I was
make
like,
it.
bro, what the fuck
I
is
didn't even
this?
make it that
I
far.
was gonna ask you how was season 3
Dog,
of it.
I said the first episode, like, dog, this nigga doing some Allison. Like, what is this? Like, I'm off that. Like, so I didn't get that far into that one either. But yeah, but during that time, that's when it came. I think it's that production company though. Like Gonzo does a lot of darker animes.
Like what else did they do?
I think they did. I gotta look it up again because it was like when I remember when I started watching Speed Grapher that I watched a couple other ones that they made after that were like more into like that darker tone, like more serious. Like it's damn near like watching fucking like Law and Order SVU, bro. Like that shit is fucking wild. Like Speed Grapher is wild. It's wild. So it's like that's like I always tell people why like when people ask for like some kind of supernatural or it to me it's like a supernatural thriller. It's like a crime solving supernatural thriller.
Paranoia Agent. That's the one that I've been meaning to watch that I haven't watched yet.
I heard
They
about
did
that
Afro
one too.
Samurai.
Huh?
They did Afro
Gonzo,
Samurai.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gonzo, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
Paranoia Agent, and it's just because it's that kid that's on that skate with a baseball bat. Like that shit look creepy as shit.
yeah.
And so I've been meaning to watch. So I'm probably gonna jump into that.
There is a one that's really good that is a horror one. I think it's called Another. That actually is a horror anime, and it's about missing children, and it's about I think a serial killer killing children. And
Oh, I think that was on my queue to watch.
yeah, that one's
sounds
actually.
familiar.
I saw that years ago too. That's actually really fucking because the twist of it at the end is almost like a Sixth Sense twist. So that's what kind of makes it really like. So another like I had a moment where Hulu gave me a lot of considered horror animes at one
Right.
point. You know what I'm saying?
I try to go to there. I usually click on Thriller on Crunchyroll.
Right.
Because those are like the best way I try to find. Yeah, this was on my queue.
Another?
Yeah.
Yeah, Another's really fucking good. Another was good. It was a good twist. Like, I remember watching that. I got to actually rewatch that one because I remember the ending of that. Like, it was like a Sixth Sense ending. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? Like, you're saying? But it was just literally, it was one of those kind of like, it's a thriller. It's like
Yeah.
they're trying to uncover like the serial killer and missing kids or some shit like that. Like, it was actually really fucking good.
All right. Well, speaking of horror shit, let's go ahead and jump into LoveCraft. LoveCraft wrapped up. LoveCraft wrapped up.
Yeah, I'm
No, it's not wrapped up. It's 2 more episodes.
It
Yeah,
is?
still 2 more.
Oh,
you
yeah,
think about the
it
boys.
is.
You think about the boys.
I'm thinking about the
Boys
boys.
wrapped
I'm
up,
thinking about
yeah.
the boys. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, LoveCraft.
Wow,
Wait,
like
yeah, this is episode 8,
that
right?
thing is like
Okay, then
we all watched it, right?
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
watched
of course.
it.
Spoilers, by the way. For
Oh, they
folks
know.
that haven't
They know at
watched
this
it.
Fam,
point.
I got so many.
Let's talk about that last scene.
People always tell me now, like they hate that we like, bro. Y'all watch the show before every fucking body.
got to.
got
You
to.
motherfuckers
I'm like,
that
dog,
listen, we
I'm like,
have
the
to.
episode come out on Tuesday, nigga. Like,
right,
it's like 4
Like,
days
moving-
later.
what we supposed to do on Friday?
Moving
Talk
forward,
about nothing.
Dinge, add a spoiler alert graphic.
All right, we'll throw that out. We'll throw
Also,
it
don't
back.
forget to put our @ names.
Yeah, I definitely forget.
Bro, he ain't gonna do that shit. You know, last time I told him to beef some stuff out, I had to have an emergency. Calling everybody.
Hey, it worked out because now you do audio.
He ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that though.
No, but I'm saying I'm writing a note for it right now.
now.
Look it
But
up.
so we got 2 episodes we got to talk about.
Yeah.
We got
Really?
Yeah, because remember we
Can we just jump to the
We didn't
latest?
talk about Hippolyta's episode, and we didn't.
That
I
was
like
really-
that one, but I kind of felt that's the only episode. Excuse me, to me that's kind of felt like almost like a filler. I really don't give a fuck about Hippolyta. So I don't know why the fuck they had to gave her a whole episode.
The comments and remarks from Lib is not
Yeah,
like
that
considered
does not
like
reflect all the geeks at all.
Hippolyta is queen,
Fire.
man.
Hey,
I fucking love that episode, bro.
She wasn't. They didn't had nothing until that episode, and now all of a sudden I'm supposed to like fall in love with this character. Like,
But I
she
mean,
was just my man's wife. Like,
I think that's
I'm
what it
still
is.
mourning her husband.
That's what it is though, like, cause you looked at her as just like that was her coming out. So we finna probably get whatever the ending of this season is gonna be a start
Bro,
for
she
her.
ain't even come back yet.
That's what I'm saying. So we don't know what she gonna come
But
back
we don't know.
on.
We don't know if this episode was happening while her episode was going on. This
And
could
we
have been.
do because
No, 'cause
he
that-
came back.
No, but he came back. He said that happened. He said he literally got the book and got pushed back in. So even though
True.
So
You're right, Diz.
that
You're
could have
right.
happened right away.
The sequence of that episode confused me.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah.
But
like,
no,
the
I
Hippolyta's-
fucking love the
like,
Hippolyta
yeah, like,
episode.
dog,
I thought it was really good.
That was one of my
I thought it
favorite
was alright.
episodes.
I ain't gonna say it was one of my
like-
favorites, but
No, low-key, it
but
was one of
because
my
This
it's like-
last
favorite.
one was my favorite. My
Yeah.
favorite episode is every time they kill a racist. So
Oh, yeah,
ain't no racist die in that one except for the cop that got pushed.
well,
in that
see,
little
so
portal, but
this is why this is one of my favorite episodes because like like the different realms and range that they went with, like
Yeah.
the supernatural.
how much she had
yeah.
to act. She had to.
Yeah.
She had to go through so
She
many
had-
different, basically characters, because she had to be the African warrior.
Yep.
She had to be just herself. She had to be when she saw George again. She had
Yeah.
to be
the background dancer.
But did you
background
read? Did you see?
dancer.
And Rocky pointed this out to me. That is the scene from the first episode
What are you talking about?
when she was talking to George. That's the scene from the first episode, bro.
And-
Oh, I mean, we know that, but it's a flashback. That's why he was like, remember George said, like, so am I really here? And she was like, I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was having that flashback
Yeah.
of him leaving, but she spoke up. Like, she had her, like, because she went through all her journey, she spoke up this time around. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, she kind of let it happen or what happened to Freeman is because she didn't speak up and tell him and do the things like, I want to be a part of what you do. Like, I'm not a housewife. Like, she, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I said I loved her scenes because even her being frantic in the beginning and she was doing like the fucking Rain Man
I was
shit.
sick of her
Yeah.
shit.
Like that Rain Man shit. Like, bro, but it's like you didn't see her ever in this. Like, I didn't like her as the Hippolyta that been nosy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, before
Yeah,
she
she
got
was weak then,
everything.
too.
Like, I didn't like that Hippolyta.
Yeah,
Like,
you just
fam.
real life don't like her.
I
Character.
just didn't. It just came out of nowhere for me, and I was just
But
like,
I mean, you can say the same thing about.
But it's two stories though.
You can say the
because
same
she
thing about
found the-
Tick's background.
She got like that
came
could have
out
been
of nowhere.
anybody.
no,
Like,
he's
she-
the main character though.
But I mean, you gotta
I
think
mean,
it's.
what about Ruby's character? I feel like you could say
Ruby, she's been
Yeah, I don't like Ruby.
everybody.
I'm
Of
not-
course,
I'm
now
not-
she want to be white. Like you know, what be
But I
killing
like
me.
Ruby.
She still be fucking the white dude, knowing it's a girl.
I don't even
What
know
the
which
fuck?
one is which though. Is she the girl or she been in,
I
like
think
no
she-
no?
I think
The
her
dude- no,
base
the dude-
form.
yeah, she
Her
is the girl.
base form is the
Yeah,
girl.
'cause the dude is the dead guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but
What killed me is that they never did anything with Hippolyta up until that episode, and it was just
Well,
kind
to-
of like it just was like thrown. I didn't
Nah,
like that.
Their
No,
world
it
building.
thrown at her.
Their
Because-
world
it kind
building.
of built. She was
All of a sudden, because she coming back from from a botched trip from Boston. She got to go figure out what's going on. And she about to jump in the wagon. That's what it was.
It was the fact that she the entire time she had suspicions that they weren't telling the truth about her husband's death.
Well, yeah.
And so this is all just a culmination of that. She ended up finding stuff about him when they were in Boston.
So she found it. So she found the fucking key. Like that white.
But she saw. Remember, she saw that.
Yeah,
she saw the planetarium thing.
She was super smart.
Like she's actually smart.
I know she's an astrologer. So,
yeah, but I think that's what it is. Like the timeline of her from the first season or the first episode to now is that everyone has been belittling her, like that she don't know no better. She don't need to know this. She's not gonna be able to handle.
She's a housewife.
She's not a housewife.
She helps work on that guy. She said she helps work on the guy. She was working on it before, even though she wasn't going on the trip.
Yeah. She needs to be at home making that little girl breakfast.
Not
what happened to her?
Irritated right now.
But wait, so also the one
I'm just being a dick.
You are definitely being shitty right now.
The constant of LoveCraft.
Hit me before you hit him.
No, you got yourself. The constant of LoveCraft that I love is the little subtle shit. So did y'all see the Bessie Stringfield? What I think how you pronounce her name.
The motorcycle.
The motorcycle lady.
Yeah.
So that was a reference to the first lady to drive across the country.
Right. That was a. I mean, that's what, like they always do that.
I love that.
The fact that
I love that when they do that.
Like we ain't get into the last episode yet, but even the fact that whole episode is based. Surrounding around like Emmett Till, but like I mean, we still want to stay on this episode. But I mean, like having those Easter eggs in there makes you like from watching LoveCraft from the first episode to now. When something random happens
Jordan
like that,
is the coldest, bro.
Like when something,
well, we can't. Misha Green. It's more Misha Green.
Yeah, it's her story. It's her book.
He the producer though.
Yeah, well, him and J.J. Abrams, but a producer.
The writer is the one who's going to be giving you that story. Who's going to give you?
But writers don't always put everything. Producers come in and they add. Touches, or they see opportunity to.
Correct.
But she is also a producer on
but you got to give her. You got to give her both.
They're both producers on it.
They both get the props. I'm just saying, like everything Jordan has been touching is
my thing is like. Even if Jordan Peele.
I'm just saying, but you got it because she also does produce on it.
Yeah.
You got to give her. She does. Her hands are on every part of this. She's pretty much the showrunner.
Yeah,
and she might actually be the showrunner.
Yeah. Like I really want to read the book.
Yeah,
like I really want to read the
book. Like the reason, and also again, until like Afrofuturism, I'm all for any type of Afrofuturism.
From the episode, her episode,
and that's why I fucking love that episode. Like the Hippolyta episode was dope.
with the lady with the fro.
Yeah, just everything about it.
Somebody said that was her from Steven Universe. I mean, what's
it definitely looked like her.
Like, that was her. Like, and I love her from Steven Universe, man.
That's funny, yeah.
What's her? Damn, what the fuck is her name?
Oh
I'm mad
I'm
now.
gonna have to look that up.
But like this
ain't Quartz. Like what
this was one of the episodes where like literally like every 15 minutes I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like it had me like,
it was a path of reflection. That's why I said I know that Hippolyta's gonna become someone more important in this story because they had to give her a path to be like, stop being a housewife.
Yeah.
Because you need to be who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be, even when she had the ending where Garnet. Yeah. Like even when they had the ending where she was like, damn, I could be what I want to be now, but I have to go back and make sure and take care of what's in
them motherfucking hash browns.
Man, shut your ugly ass up. But
I don't like my eggs runny, Hippolyta.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like when she comes back, and she do come back and understand what's been going on and really start demanding being a part of it, Hippolyta is going to be a very important asset to the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we really, like, my thing is, like, we've gotten all the cast.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out when do they become to the point where that's the actual group that saves the world? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got to think, like, she's probably.
Because I'm still waiting for.
She's going to have the knowledge. Whatever the knowledge part of it, like, they're going to rely on Hippolyta's knowledge.
Because that's what it is. Because
they're going to be writing her off.
They're not going to write her off, bro. Because she's going to come back and she's going to have. She gonna
have the wisdom and knowledge that they don't have.
The magic part. The only thing that she just got sucked into this world and did all this shit.
I feel like she gotta kind of know some magic now.
At this point now,
but she don't know what just happened to her. Like she don't know about the white girl.
That's true.
Like she don't know about magic. Nigga, like Ruby turning white out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, I'm disgusted in Ruby.
Like for Hippolyta to go to the future and all this shit to come back and be like, hold on, Ruby turning herself white,
right? And like I said, I've been off of Ruby from the get go because she was given was giving what's the name so much shit. Like, oh, you only bought this house, but you only doing it for your people.
Yeah,
if you really want to do it for our people, you would do this.
But I mean,
and now
like,
you turning white.
So like my thing is like that's what I'm saying, like my thing is like I was fine with the beef that she had with Letty.
I wasn't
because it was like it made sense. Like she didn't fuck with her mom.
She didn't fuck with her mom.
Oh,
She got the money from the mom.
Okay.
That made sense.
But then she started like taking every action that Letty did. Like you just doing this shit to be. I'm like, dog. If you don't sit your petty ass the fuck down,
I told you, I was off for her when she was in Marshall Fields, mad at the other black girl. I was you want
as the white woman.
Yes, I'm off you already. I'm done with you.
Fair, I told you what that was though. So I mean,
it
like,
was pettiness. She was mad because the girl had no credentials and she got the job, and she was furious. But it's like
you had to turn white to ask this girl about how she got the job.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then got salty like, yo, you ashy, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, she was big salty.
Did tell her she was
She was
ashy,
big
bro.
salty, like, yo, ashy ass.
Dog, that's the pettiest shit I've ever heard. Like,
and then it was wild that she still, like you said earlier, like that she's still fucking with Christina. Like that's weird to me, dog.
Like she gonna be, fam. They gonna make her some fucking around like bodyguard witch. Like they gonna give her some powers.
Fucking Christina.
Letty gonna be an issue. I mean, not Letty, but
Christina.
Ruby gonna be an issue with Letty in this.
Let's jump into the next episode. Let's jump into the next episode because that fucking scene was so That's you know what? That was the one scene I could have did. I could have done without that scene in this episode.
The sex scene where she was white at first and then in the middle of the sex scene,
then she turned back to normal. I was like, he fucking like a corpse or something.
What made me mad was like,
I immediately thought about Bacardi. I was like, up there they go with the blood again.
That's that white shit, man.
What was so wild about that scene?
I'm like, you embracing this fucking curse, nigga. This
I didn't watch the episode till Monday, so Sunday night I was just scrolling through Twitter and I just saw somebody who was like, I wish I can get fucked so bad that I orgasm onto a new body, and I was like, what the fuck is this about?
Orgasm onto a new body.
The episode, I was like, no, they wild.
Dog.
I was crazy.
Hey,
Like she bust out a cocoon, nigga. Like, dog. Hey, I couldn't bro. I was like, bro. I don't like you as it is, and you gonna give me the worst. You gonna give me the worst scene I could possibly. Jordan Peele was full of shit for that one. Whoever put that in there was like, you full of shit. You don't need that.
that seemed like it does seem like a Jordan Peele shit.
Like, we don't
Could
need
have been a
that. We don't
J.J.
need
Abrams.
I think it was J.J. Abrams. He
I don't know,
likes
man.
Shock value shit.
Jordan Peele be on some weird
JJ
shit
do
too.
some shock value shit.
We could be. That could have just been Misha. Like she could just, you know what?
Right, we don't know how weird she is.
She could have just fuck them all.
She may be deep in her weird bag too.
She could just look at it. You know what? Let's fuck them all up. Just throw that in.
Because I feel like at some point they're gonna use Ruby to be the white woman to Letty and them on some shit. Like, we need you to go over there investigate.
She already
some shit.
told that she was a white woman. I don't know who she told. I forgot.
But
who she
they
told.
haven't seen it. They haven't seen it was that white woman.
They don't know which white woman she is.
They should know that face because that was the white woman.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They don't know it's that white woman yet. So taking them probably gonna have a odd reaction seeing old girl because remember, Letty.
They know she died.
They know she died. Letty cracked her over the head. So like they know she dead.
Oh yeah.
So when they see her again, they gonna probably be like, "What the fuck?"
Wait. She died.
That was the white woman from the beginning, from the first episode.
When they first found their dad, when she was the one that was guarding the tower.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even notice
the one that had the dogs.
The one that had the dogs.
We talked about the last episode because I didn't remember that.
That was her?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, you wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. Like we talked about because I didn't remember that either.
Oh shit! I didn't even. I know who you talk about. The one that, the one she fucked up in that little
tower.
In the watchtower. Yeah.
Holy shit! I didn't even know that. I got tell Rock. She ain't go. She.
Yeah, y'all both did catch that. Y'all both did catch that. Y'all thought it was just a random white woman in the streets.
It made sense though because the white dude. He got a story.
Yeah.
About the cop killing him or whatever the fuck.
Well, yeah.
And then that being his wife, so it kind of made sense. I was like, okay, so I didn't think twice about it.
Right.
But now I know where old boy came from.
But to be fair, the first time, like when she changed, like the very first time she changed, I didn't catch it to the second time. I was like, she looked familiar.
Oh,
Dude,
see,
I didn't catch it the very first
so
time.
the reason
I didn't
why,
catch it at
so
all
this is
until y'all said it.
the reason why I caught it the very first time because I know the actress. So she's also in that HBO show called The Deuce.
Okay, that would make sense.
And so like I'm familiar with who she is.
So you're like, oh yeah,
yeah.
it's her
So
again.
when
You saw it, like, you immediately saw
I
her face
immediately
again.
saw it. Yeah, yep. So
That's her. Were you creeped out by Topsy and Bopsy, whatever?
of course I was.
Bro,
No.
the dancing. I think it took me out too much. I wasn't creeped
hold on.
out.
Like I was because I want to get to that part, but let's start from the beginning.
Okay, let's start from the beginning of the episode.
Like I said, like I really enjoyed this episode because it was literally on the premise, like on the scenario of Emmett Till's death.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the fact they gave us early that in the third episode?
Yeah.
Or fourth episode was that?
It was third or fourth.
One of those.
And then, you know, so that means in that time span with them doing shit, this Emmett Till died.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I forgot, like, I mean, we had to look in the history to really see, like, when he died, like, when did it happen? Because then we would know.
Sometimes it feels like it was almost like 150 years ago. That shit wasn't even that long.
Yeah, this
ago.
is set in the 50s.
Barely,
I think,
barely
if I'm not mistaken,
80 years ago.
If I'm not mistaken,
Barely.
this whole series is set in like the 50s.
Yeah. So,
August 28th, 1955.
Yeah.
was
so it was
when-
1955. So the day we're watching pretty much was the day. Wasn't it the day that he actually died, or the day they
Or
were burying
it
him?
had to be. I mean, it
was in that time.
At least
It's-
within
yeah, you know what I'm
5
saying?
days of that time.
But it's
So
like,
like-
they real life, like they put that in the scene. Like that was
the energy behind
that was
everything.
that was the hottest day that year. That's why everybody was super sweating.
Yep.
Like I remember looking it up afterwards. Like that's literally how it was. It was a super hot time of year for there.
Oh,
like,
the story of it, like the Emmett Till story. Yeah.
Like it was like the day of all of that. It was one of the hottest days of the year. So it's like they real life put you into that time frame.
Right. So that's why I say like the accuracy that they're trying to make this story. They're making a fictional story within real life events. You know what I'm saying? That's happening.
You know, and what I like too, go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying,
because there's an observation of mine in this movie. But go ahead.
But I'm also like the fact that they're doing that is like this is actually to me, if for a TV show, this is like unparalleled by bounds on like the level of like Easter eggs and knowledge and history and things you like. I have never watched a show that even if you don't rewatch it, there's gonna be so many people that's gonna talk about it and find different things and share different things and different news and different like atmospheres of like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Bro, what is y'all doing?
Just gave this motherfucker the MacBook and I'm reformatting it.
Oh,
and I handed it to him like, here, it's yours. Now it's your problem.
Well, why we can't do that at the end of the show?
I got no use for it right now.
They got a whole laptop in his lap. This nigga like, put this in your lap.
I just let him know, like, this ain't my responsibility no more, dog.
Right.
You take it from me.
This nigga is doing tech work while we podcasting. Fucking like we're now I see why motherfuckers trying to call us Geek Squad. Like this nigga's literally doing fucking
I was
like.
doing that last episode, so I can't say much. Cause I definitely, when I had my laptop, I definitely read it. All right, let me check this real quick.
Yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so I mean, I think like the show, like I don't know who's part of that production. Like I don't. That's why I said I really want to read the book.
Yeah, because
the
I think
book is written. If the book is written that same way.
There are some differences in the book, because I think if I remember correctly, in the book, Christina's character is a guy. So,
but I'm saying as far as like, is the book written as like these things are happening. Like the same way, like how we're doing, like I said, like, who's the one that's putting this story under? Was this story in the book already under the cover, the guise of what's going on in real life events, or did Jordan Peele and them idea was like, let's put this whole Lovecraft story?
Hey, you want to see
during
something
the
crazy
50s,
too?
like,
this is the bottom part is the actual Emmett Till.
Oh, the black and white.
The black and white is the actual Emmett Till funeral day. And that was the opening
And they
scene.
were doing, they were doing, That's what I'm saying, like, dog, that's what I'm saying, like, that shit was, so it's like, so to start out with that episode with Emmett Till shit.
What's crazy is that when they were zooming out, like, I could see all the CGI people.
You ugly.
It was like the first thing I noticed, but
you was like, oh, they didn't do a lot of work.
Dope, though.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying, but it's like, so like, starting from that scene, starting from that moment in the episode.
I was just looking up to answer your question about is it based off like everything in the book? The way Misha Green developed it, it's based on a novel, but it's also supposed to serve as a continuation of the novel.
So this must be a continuation of the novel.
So I don't know.
So we don't know we don't know if they're done with the novel yet.
Well, the novel's done.
Yeah,
But I'm saying like, as far as like what they're doing as far as the show and the episodes.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know if like this first season is going to be the novel, and then everything that goes on beyond it is going to be other.
I think so, because when the show first came out, I Googled it and I came across the Wikipedia page and I read through some of it and I stopped at the point that they said Ruby was going to be a white woman. So this season is the book. Definitely is, because from the first, I only read like 3 paragraphs. I was like, I ain't gonna fuck it up for me.
Yeah.
But everything that I read has happened on the TV show.
Well,
after Ruby became a white woman, I don't know anything else because I didn't read it. But that is all part of the book. So the next season should be a continuation if they do a
If they continue.
If they
Which I feel like
continue.
it's going to get continued.
So looking at this though, cause I'm not reading anything. There's 8 books.
Yeah. I just saw that too. And like the whole Hippolyta stuff, that's a whole book. Like,
Yeah.
That was a book by
Is
itself?
the writer
Hippolyta disturbs the universe.
Is the writer black?
Matt Ruff.
Because I'm interested to see, because in the last episode he came back with the Lovecraft Country book.
But it wasn't the same author.
I know, but I'm interested.
Matt Ruff's wife.
Damn.
He's white.
Fucked it all up for us.
You fucked your hot take?
He's big white too. Like
He's the one that wrote Lovecraft Country?
Yeah.
He's heavy white, big white.
Damn, bro, he look like Bubba.
So he wrote Lovecraft? Wow, so he been writing white folks getting cut, like, we need to kill these white folks.
Not even. He just wrote it from the perspective of a racist, probably. He knew exactly what to say.
But I mean, you gotta think of
He from Queens.
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
But I'm saying, he gave white people, like...
We appreciate the book, though, man, and giving us this.
I want to read the book. I definitely want to, if Hippolyta's book is one whole book, I don't want to read that book. Yeah, I don't want to.
But I am going to tell you this.
Dog, y'all gonna stop disrespecting Hippolyta, bro.
I know, I respect Hippolyta, but I ain't gonna read a whole book about self-discovery.
I respect her when she making me some scrambled eggs.
If you gonna read the book, you gotta read it in totality.
And that's not even the first
Maybe
book.
that'd be
That's
the
like
audio
the
book.
4th book, which is wild.
Yeah, it's a middle book.
Because it's the first book is Lovecraft Country, then there's Dreams of the Witch House, then there's Abdullah's book, then it's Hippolyta Disturbs the Universe, Jekyll and Hyde Park, The Narrow House.
Somebody is going to be Jekyll and Hyde in this season.
I don't think so, because it's too few episodes left. Unless that's
I mean,
what
wouldn't
Ruby is
Jekyll and
gonna
Hyde be Ruby?
be. Unless that's what Ruby is going to be.
I think that's what it... you know what? And I'm only saying this because of what I read on Wikipedia, but I think it is Ruby. I think. But... Or it could have been the cop. Remember, dog,
the cop did.
The cop had a black body.
The cop did.
All right. I wanted to say this. It was an observation.
Get it out there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
On the show. And have y'all seen
What
the
I look
book?
at?
And I don't know
What I
what
look at?
significance. I don't know what significance this book has with the story or with Tick. But have y'all been seeing the book that he always been trying to read?
Yeah.
Journey to the Center of the Earth is
No.
one. Well, no, it was
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was.
Have y'all ever read that book?
Yeah,
I have not.
I have.
I
watched the movie.
I
never read the book.
The book is different from the movie.
Is it that much different?
Yeah.
It's enough different.
Yeah, it's very
Really?
different. Yeah. Yep.
Jesus, Leonardo DiCaprio lied to us?
That ain't Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo,
Who was that?
Leonardo.
The fuck is wrong with
Like,
you?
who was the cop? It was somebody. Who was the major?
I
It was,
don't remember.
I don't remember the actors.
let me look.
it was a major actor, though. I was like, that's why I watched it. Like,
I don't think it was a major actor, like a major
Let me
actor
look
like
at it because
that.
I definitely don't remember the movie. I read the books. I didn't.
That's one of my favorite stories ever.
It's a really good. It's a really good.
It
book.
is. It is. I don't know what significance it has or why they decided to
Jim
pick.
Caviezel.
I don't know why they. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
That's the dude who played Jesus in The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, even Henry Cavill was in it, too.
Again, I don't know who the fuck that is. No, I'm joking.
I was like, you don't know Henry Cavill?
It's crazy.
Oh, this
I don't
is
know
fun.
what.
Ooh.
I don't know what it has in relation to this.
Angel's Envy got ran through Ace,
Do this.
nigga, before the goddamn...
Bro, you pay $50 for 5 shots.
Fam, this shit got...
Go get the American stuff.
This shit went through
Definitely gotta
before halftime, bro.
Go get the freedom.
We got to definitely go have to just free
Ain't
him
nobody
out.
get no freedom.
We gonna have to
Y'all-
free-
Wait, hold
it up.
on. We got because we're going.
Yeah, we off again.
Bacardi never got a chance to even finish what he was trying to say.
I mean,
I was talking.
well,
literally.
before
I think
Bacardi was
I
talking,
cut off
and you
Bacardi.
cut off Bacardi.
This
I'm off
episode.
it now, so we just back on it.
right.
Like I'm trying to get through the episode. Like we still like, cause we were still talking about this Emmett Till funeral, but it's like it goes from that to the police.
To the police.
In the interaction, like
Dog,
this,
that last 5 minutes was probably.
You going to the end of the episode?
We talking about
I'm
when
so excited
we
about
talking
that part. I must-
we talking about when he put the curse on her.
G.I.
Yeah.
came back. Like, yeah, the curse got put
Hey,
on.
them girls was fucking freaky, bro.
Man, they ain't there yet. We ain't there yet.
Because we got to talk about the curse on D.
Right.
So D got the curse
So
on.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what
That
I'm
shit
saying
was nasty. Don't
What I-
put a.
Bro, that
He put a loogie.
That nigga.
He put a real loogie. He put a real
That was
fucking
gross
loogie
as
on
a
her.
bitch. No.
Like he put a real loogie on her.
I don't
Like,
want to see no spit.
I don't
unless
know.
I'm getting my
I didn't
suck.
understand why she didn't react harder. Like, nigga, you just spit on me. Like,
unreal.
Like,
No, but
I
it
would've-
wasn't. He didn't even spit on. He
It was
spit on
like-
his hand.
He spit in
It
his
was like
hand and
slime. slime.
smeared it.
That was gross.
And
That's
then it was
probably
like
the most.
slime.
Like I think, like you've seen people get spit on in TV shows, or whatever. But I think that's probably the most
That's more
disrespectful. To spit on my hand
and then rub it on
your face.
That is way more.
Bro, that motherfucker was gooey, bro.
Like,
it looked
dog.
like the baseball that came out of the dog's mouth in Sandlot. Like, that's what the shit looked like. It was.
I remember that scene. I know that
Disgusting.
scene. I know that scene.
Ew.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, so
It was
like I
like
said,
slime. I was like, ugh.
that's why I said, like, I think
dog.
those two, I think Hippolyta and D are gonna be important because this was really D's whole
technically,
episode.
D ain't got this curse.
Whoa, D wrote the fucking D. Comic
her
book
comic
cover
books.
was her fucking mother,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
Hippolyta.
So,
It was
so I
Hippolyta.
feel like D has some power that we don't even already know.
And that's when at the end of the Hippolyta
and
episode,
just-
that's what it made me. I was like, I want to know more about D.
D,
I was like,
yeah.
Just to go back about when they when they rewinded it back to the first episode, was Hippolyta waking up next to her husband.
Yeah.
She took him on her adventures. Remember, we forgot to mention that because we said we didn't know what was happening after that. But she took him on his.
Oh yeah, she did on that last
So
adventure.
I thought he was a great character. I wonder if he's gonna come back because of that.
Who?
Her husband, George.
On the last adventure, remember she took him.
George on the adventures in space and
Yep.
all that shit.
Oh yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's what you're saying.
So if that shit was changed, it could be a possibility that she comes back and she comes back with bro.
So,
I thought he was a great character. I didn't expect for him to die.
I didn't expect for him to die that fast.
I didn't either. I thought when somebody was gonna die, I
thought
thought
because he was so hard on what he was doing that he was gonna die.
not that fast.
But
I didn't think he was gonna die
like-
first episode.
I did.
I wonder-
I
I
actually
didn't-
did
I
because he really wasn't. He
thought
was trying.
Montrose
He was just as much as trying to keep them from going there too.
I thought Montrose. I thought they were gonna literally go find Montrose and he was gonna die right away.
Oh hell no! Nah. Montrose was definitely gonna be the reason to go to release
To be
episode
fair,
2.
but to be fair, this episode he was redeeming himself. This episode he was redeeming himself. Even with the fuck up of it's a jump ahead. It's a jump ahead. Like even with the fuck up of like restraining D, he thought he was helping. He thought he was
I was so
helping.
pissed, but
He thought he was helping.
Montrose be fucking
Read
up,
the
man.
room.
Bro,
I'm
I
sick
mean,
of
he didn't know
dog.
he
Why
was
didn't he open
he
that
thought-
bathroom door like as easily as he did after she left? Like I'm tired.
They definitely make
He
us.
was definitely. I gotta
Dick in
give
the
him that
booty
he was
ass
trying.
motherfucker.
They making us hate Montrose.
He
They
was
definitely
trying.
making us hate.
I think this episode was that he was. You could see that he was legit trying.
I was so upset about that scene. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro,
I mean, all he saw was her freaking out. What would you do if you just saw somebody freaking out? You're gonna try to restrain them.
No.
And
I'm gonna try to figure out what's going on.
He was asking what's going on. She wasn't answering. So if you say you see somebody freaking out, just swing. You just gonna let them swing at air? I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let somebody they freaking out swinging at air. I'm gonna at least like, look, you don't need to hurt yourself. What if you accidentally swing and hit yourself or some shit?
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Like that.
I get
That's
what
and
you're
that's what he was doing.
I get what you're saying.
And like I said, it was a fuck up because of what was going on. But you gotta give him that he was at least trying.
I don't know, man.
I think y'all just hate Montrose.
But I
I definitely do. Definitely do.
like,
he killed
I'm
the
not gonna
ancient.
I'm not gonna bash a gay man. You know what I'm saying? He good. With,
Hey, you know what? I actually had a revelation that someone brought to my attention that I didn't realize that he's been playing gay in every episode, like damn near every character he plays.
No.
what he was?
He was actually gay. Omar was gay.
Yeah, Omar was gay.
That Omar and Montrose. That
And
was
Montrose,
it.
that's
No,
it.
he played another there's actually art like he played another movie like a vet, like a gay vet
Oh,
person
did he?
too.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, well,
like he plays a lot of.
But I mean, there's a lot of roles where he doesn't though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's that's just the mark of an actor. I don't give a fuck. Just give me the role.
I mean, I just, but
No, I know.
but I mean, because I had read like when the person put it to me, I forgot Omar was gay.
Oh no, I didn't.
that-
Like I gave Omar such like nigga, he was cutthroat. I'm like, no, you remember he was gay though. Like,
you could be gay and
yeah,
cutthroat.
no, but I was like, I
No, at
disregarded-
that time that was late breaking.
Yeah,
At
like,
that
I
time,
disregarded the whole-
niggas didn't see that coming.
That is
I
true.
disregarded
Okay,
the whole gay
I'll
part
give
of
you
it.
that.
I'm like, he was gay in The Wire.
That
I'm
is,
like, yes,
that is very true.
he was very gay. And I'm like, really? Like, cause I think when we were talking about it when we first did our show, like our talk about it. We were talking about him being gay, and I think I even made the statement saying like fam, he did all this kind of stuff, and now he's playing a gay role. Like I made it seem like this was the first one he did, and someone was
okay.
like, "Bro, you know he was gay in The Wire. Like you apparently didn't watch The Wire."
bro,
I'm
he
like,
is a hell of an actor. He'll get you into them roles.
yeah.
Because in Boardwalk Empire, he wasn't gay. He was just a cutthroat gangster, and he was killing. Like it was dope.
That's more than.
Not a Boardwalk Empire.
I'm just talking shit.
That's more the thing. He's cutthroat.
Yeah, no, he
cutthroat in this.
He played cutthroat very well.
He cutthroat in this shit.
Hey, shout out to Michael K. Williams, you know what I'm saying? Commenting on our last, you know what I'm saying?
love,
like that. You know what I'm saying? Showed us love.
Like I said, I think. I can see Montrose. He's trying. I don't think he's gonna have a full redemption. I feel like he's gonna. He's gonna fuck up again.
If I have to give anything, Montrose's gonna be the next person that dies because that's gonna be his redemption.
Oh, I can see that. Remember, that's what even he said.
That's what I said. Like, they're making us hate him. Like, no matter what he's trying to do.
They even said that when he was trying to do the curse. He was like, look, if I die for my son and grandson, that's it. I don't care.
So, what was your first response when you saw the two girls?
Bro, I laughed because they started dancing ASAP, and I was like, no, what the fuck is going on?
When I first saw them, I honestly thought
at the train station.
Yeah, like when I first saw them, I didn't know the backstory, of course, where they're trying to go with.
Of course.
Yeah,
but when I first saw them, I was like, whatever Curse Fam gave them, like put on her, was like, I was really worried. I was really worried about D. Like, I'm like, bro, like, what are they doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought that for a second. Then, like I said, they started down. I don't know what the fuck is this?
But see, so this is why, because like if you look at a lot of like, I mean, fucking Pennywise be dancing like a motherfucker now.
I know, and that takes me out of it. I mean, they still creepy. I'm not saying they not creepy, but I was just like, bro, your creepiness goes from like a 10 to like an 8.
No, that makes it. To me, it makes it more creepy because I'm like,
the calculation of it is different.
For me, it makes it more creepy because I'm like, what the fuck you dancing for?
Like that's what I'm saying. Like what make the new it better is because while he's shucking and jiving and dancing all like he immediately with split second and goes yellow eye and bite your fucking head off. While you dancing and be like, why is this nigga there? Now you following the groove and you just be like, route. You like, what the fuck?
And you having a dance battle like, hey, yeah, nigga, let's go.
I'd fully admit, I'd be the person who would die with that because I'd see somebody dancing and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You would be a nigga that died. He entranced you with his Shakira move.
I would be so what the fuck is
you know
this?
what?
I'm just gonna die.
This is why I immediately think, I'm like, it could be the best dancer. If you walk into an alley and you see Michael Jackson in there just moonwalking, doing it.
Make sure they ain't no kids.
You gonna be like, no, even outside of that, you ain't gonna get closer.
Outside of that, forget that.
You ain't gonna get closer. You gonna be like, what the fuck is this nigga doing?
I won't get closer, but I will for a second. What the fuck is this? And
I'm gonna go live. Like, you see this shit? You see this shit?
But then when you realize that he keep on dancing close to you, you be like, hey, hold up.
Somebody gonna be my ladder. Hey, this nigga getting closer, man. You don't see this nigga getting closer? Like, hey, bro, I'm just out here just like, no, yeah, bro, like.
That was a hell of a makeup job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was so crazy. Like, I saw the pictures afterwards, and like, I didn't even realize their face was really that. Like, they didn't show a lot of like close up of their face, so I didn't realize how much detail they put into the face, like ripping, you know what I'm saying, like ripping the face apart. But it was like the two characters in general, like the fact that they're still there, like we finna get them for another episode or whatever.
They definitely are still there.
Wait,
Like,
so this is, and just jumping ahead real quick, because that's what threw me off. Because I was like, wait, are they still there, or did they turn her D into one of them?
No, I think they're still there.
Because they showed that face.
They showed the face and everything. I think.
So that was her. Because I thought it was D getting turned into one of them.
Well, it looks like they're still. Because it looks like at the end of the episode, they were still technically fighting her with Montrose holding her. So
they're still latched to her.
Yeah, they're still at least latched to her. I don't know if they're gonna just like at the beginning of the episode just get banished or whatever.
Cause I feel like it might just be a scene like you said, he was restraining her, so it's gonna probably be like the end of the start of the episode, like she break free from him,
right,
and get away again. Yeah. Because it's like that's really what it is. Like,
well, for the preview, they showed that she gets cursed because her arm is like her arm is fucked up.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I say like D. What's happening to D is why I feel like, because we only got 2 episodes left, Hippolyta's gonna be on the last episode to protect D. Like, I think we done her done.
I think she comes back next episode.
I think she's gonna get a cure next episode.
I think last episode, remember when G.I. she saw Tick, whatever he was doing, like he was about to die. I think that's all 10th episode, all of that. Remember her vision?
Yeah, her vision. Yeah, I can see that. So I mean, so I'm like, but yeah, so the fact that, because I mean, there was a moment in the episode where they were referring to the Uncle Tom's Cabin book, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know they kept. That's how she jumped off the Because remember, she looked at the book.
book.
She was in the room when she
And
was in the
then
bathroom.
and then the cover
it
changed.
Yeah.
So
it's like that's what I'm saying. Have you guys read the
I have
article or post or whatever?
Oh, the
people were
article
talking-
I did, yeah.
about when they were trying to say that.
Hey,
I've actually read the book.
The real story.
So you read the book.
It's hard. It's hard.
Are they? These are the kids.
So the one of
It's not. They're not scary, but it's just pretty
Uncle
much.
Tom's Cabin. One of the girls is a white girl.
Yep.
And she always follows the black girl, and that's what gets her into
Yep.
like the mischief and all
Yep.
that. Because the idea is supposed to be that basically the black girl's manipulating and
Yeah.
It was
basically
based off of a book story. It was
No, that's
based
what
off-
I'm actually
we're talking
about
about
the book.
We're actually
But we're
talking
saying,
about the book.
so was this book made? Was Uncle Tom's Cabin book made for white people to say
It
that
was
black people are bad?
technically an anti-slavery book that was still racist.
Yep.
After
It was supposed to be an anti-slavery book.
Yeah,
it was
but
technically
it was
an
still
anti-slavery
racist
book.
though.
Yeah.
Because it was a white person who was innocent being
It was
manipulated
still,
by a black.
yeah, it was still
Yep, that's
basically
what-
saying
that's
that
what
they
they
were
was trying
gonna,
to
they were gonna
paint.
corrupt. They were that white
Yep.
that
black people corrupt white people. That's what they were trying to
That,
paint.
that was still
and
painted
so
there.
like when you read that article, like you said, like you see her.
I
you
didn't
see-
read the article.
So the article that is like they still kind of the white girl follows the black, like the black girl.
Yeah.
She's the lead demon.
and that's how
She's
and
the lead
you
demon.
that was sort of how they did it with this.
Yeah.
Like the darker demon was still
Yeah.
the lead.
The
and
one that
everything.
main one. That's what it was. Cause like I didn't notice that part of it until I read the article. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yeah, you know,
I didn't know
if you
this
pay
until I read the article either.
Yeah, like, if you pay attention,
'Cause
like
I never read the book either,
The lady
though.
one
That's
stayed
why.
in the back or whatever. And like, but I also didn't read the book, so I
Right.
didn't know like that's what they were doing. So that's why I was like, so like for me, as though it's like. If you say in the book, it was not really like it's nothing dangerous in the book. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like
it was mischief and like shit like that. It wasn't. There was no like
malicious content.
Yeah,
like,
super malicious or anything. I guess.
so that's what I'm saying. Like that's what, like how are
It might
they
have been super
using
dangerous.
these? Like how are they using these two for her? Cause they like remember like dude said like she done.
Well, so my
Like, the
thing
curse
is
goes,
this:
like, she done.
did he know that was that's how the curse was going to play out?
And that's what I was wondering too. Like did he put a curse on her and it was her worst nightmare or something like that?
And that's what I think it was more so. I think it was more so the curse was you're going to have it's pretty much the demon is going to capture you. You're gonna have to be forever on the run because if you don't run, then they capture you and they'll kill you, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
Or whatever
But
it's
I mean,
going
I
to
also
do.
feel like
But
it
I
was
wonder I don't think he knew what the manifestation of the demon was going to be.
Yeah, like also like I said, I felt like it was because someone even said too, like it was like saying like how Dee is a very intelligent black woman and like what even during that time wouldn't be what white people consider you to look like, and she was being chased by the character of like what black people are. Like,
because they were
this
characters
nappy-head black
of
woman
that.
that's
Yep.
gonna make you
Yep.
and turn you into this and
Yep. And
like,
that's why I was like, did she get turned into that?
And I'm curious to know that too.
Because I mean, that was like if she got cursed. Like the curse could be like a black curse where it's like
you get turned into that.
well, not even get turned into that, but you just get viewed as that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like you're viewed as the jigaboo.
Yep.
Like when you like, no, I'm actually smart. I'm actually
Yep.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, which is like what we as black people go through life anyway. Like people always look under us as like not the intelligent people because we like because they look at us as the characters and
right. You get
things of that.
That's
so
where
if
you get
you
the
think about
terms
the
of like,
50s,
oh, you talk white or you do
Yeah.
this white.
Like,
you're
you think
you're
it's-
acting white because you do certain things.
Yeah.
so if you think about the 50s back then, where it's still strong,
Yeah.
or like which is only like 60 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like
70 at the
70,
time,
you know what I'm saying? Like 70 years
barely
ago.
70.
Yeah, barely 70. Like, but if you think about it in the aspect of like someone being chased by the character and it's like you be cursed and it's like we're gonna look at you as what we've seen and grew up as white people that grew up with every day,
Right.
like that's the curse. Like
Yeah.
you're never gonna be smart. You're never gonna be beautiful or intelligent. You're gonna be what we see you as
right.
forever. So like her being cursed, I feel like that's really the thing. Like she's probably gonna get. I hope that she doesn't turn into them. But
I feel like I feel like they're going to break it before. Hopefully, at least.
I mean, she got to get a glimpse of what happens.
Right,
But
that's what I'm
I feel like, but what I feel like the glimpse is she's going to get the awakening moment of what white people see black people as. Like Dee's been like safe from like real racism as far as we saw in the episode.
Right.
So I feel like whatever this curse does to her is going to give her a small taste of like being black in America type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
and
jump
then
to
they break
the
the
end of the
curse.
episode. 'Cause
Yeah,
we
we
are
got-
running very long.
Yeah, we running long.
We're running very
y'all
long.
going
Lil
into
taking a
super
sleep.
deep dives.
Lil
I'm
taking
gonna
a nap,
take a nap.
Oh, that's what we do now, bro.
Lil
What you mean? I only missed one episode. This is what we do now.
We've been doing
Ron
that.
come with his new sweatsuit. You telling me we
Nigga, we brand new.
What's wrong?
been doing deep
I was
dives.
only gone for one episode.
We had a long
That long episode was that one episode was 2 weeks ago.
Y'all
nigga.
got
Shit
a
changed.
secret
nigga.
chat without me, don't y'all?
But
I do
let's
wanna
get to
jump
the end of the episode because
episode.
you wanted to talk about
Hell
the end
yeah,
of
the
the episode.
motherfucking racist got fucked up.
Dog.
I was so happy to see that bitch ass cop get fucked up.
Well,
Bro,
before we get into that,
I gotta get my
Yeah,
shit
let
off.
Liv get it.
Yeah,
We've been
let's-
I
talking.
gotta
Let
get
Liv
my
this
shit off.
Let
We
Liv get
talked
this
I gotta
about-
get my shit off. All right. When Tick came up and all them police was out there and them white dudes pulled the gun out and they were like freeze, you knew he was gonna get shot.
Of course.
I was like, God damn it. I was like, what's her name gonna run in front of him because she's protected now?
Yeah, she had the Mark
Y'all
Kane.
failed to mention she got the Mark Kane. she's
Mark
protected
Kane.
now.
Yeah, we
It's
didn't
she
mention that.
And bullets gonna fly off her like she motherfucking Superwoman. But then I seen that goddamn vampire dog thing come up. I was like, what is this?
I didn't
Oh
expect
my
that.
God!
I didn't expect
Yeah.
that.
I didn't either.
I did not
I
expect
didn't see that
that.
at all.
I had no idea.
Well, did you know the spell was for that?
I had
It's
no
a-
idea
it
what
was a
the
protective
spell was.
spell.
A protective spell.
But I didn't. But I didn't know it was for that specifically.
like-
I
It's like a
never
picture.
said it. I don't think. I don't think he knew either.
Yeah.
I think
He
it's really
just-
like
he just
it's
thought
like
it
a
was a
guardian
spell for
spell.
protection.
It's like
Yeah, she just- yeah, I
it's
think
more of a guardian spell than a
He got
protective
his
spell.
own motherfucking vampire dogs.
I
bro.
definitely when that
His
happened, I was
own.
like, let's fucking go.
Yeah. Like
I was like,
this
oh,
nigga been
shit.
fighting for magic, and you like, nigga, you got dogs,
I'm
nigga.
like, you got vampire dogs.
He been trying to he been trying to tell Letty dog like, dog, we gotta fight magic with magic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen,
when
bro,
that happened.
that
Like-
shit had me so geeked, bro. That shit had me so geeked. I couldn't believe that they did that at the end. Like, when he did the spell, I knew that the spell wasn't just gonna be some random shit like it didn't work. I was like, they did too much.
Of course.
This is something.
Of course.
Right.
Maybe it just don't activate
I
the way he
figured it was-
think.
I
He thought he was gonna
like how
see
Letty's
like
spell was. I
he
thought it was gonna be that one.
He
Like,
thought he was gonna see stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But then when the fucking vampire dog came out, started fucking up on them white racist cops.
Mm-hmm.
I
bro,
was like, what
that was
the
glorious.
fuck?
That
Bro.
shit was just.
I was like, wow.
masterpiece.
I was like, this is fucking amazing.
dog,
Like,
like-
he didn't even know what was going on.
He definitely did
Dog,
not.
He was
Because he ran.
when
He
had-
ran.
Yeah,
when
he
had
got
his hand
that
on
nigga
that-
got lit toe.
He got out of there. That nigga was like,
Like-
oh, shit.
Like he did it. Like this nigga put a chair together and dog. Like nigga, I don't know if these dogs. Niggas run from dogs our whole life.
You
know
saw
what I'm
that
saying?
first-
Like,
you saw that
we
That's what it
run from
was.
dogs our
It was a
whole
loose
life.
dog, and
Yeah.
the nigga was like, oh,
Loose
shit.
dog, nigga, like,
Like I said, he
Oh, shit, this motherfucker ain't on a leash.
Yeah, he ain't got no leash. He ain't got no leash.
He like fuck that. I saw that first episode. I remember when they came through the first time.
when they get your dog.
Hey, I just gotta add. I just gotta say this. You know, I'm a Puerto Rican motherfucker. For us, animals and bugs, all that shit to me is just normal. But I was just telling Rock the other day, like I was like, all of my black friends, every time they come around, they be like, "You gonna put your dog up?"
Dog up. Like niggas, dog.
I'm like,
a dog with no collar is like a fucking wild
it's
animal.
not even a
in
dog
the
with no
jungle.
collar.
Like
A new dog that you're not aware of.
Yeah.
Like you go over your guy
dog-
crib,
the dog
the
could be
first
beat
time.
up.
dog. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all a story. Dog, I'm gonna give y'all a story about a dog. I'm gonna give y'all a story about
I
a
got
dog.
one too.
Cause
but
me and matter of fact, I wish my neighbor was here. Cause I
I got a story about a dog too.
I remember.
We'll do this and then we'll go to break.
This was like
I was
recently.
saying, I got a story from Wolfie too. Like,
Yeah.
But I'm saying this was
We'll do
recently
this.
though, because it was like, bro, I was like, if you know where I live at, like it's a gas station on the corner, so I could walk to the gas station, whatever. And I was literally going to the gas station to grab honestly some blunts. You know what I'm saying? And I remember like as I was walking through my house, looking out the window, and I saw like a car or whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. But then when I got to my back door, I was like, I opened the door. No, matter of fact, what it was, as I walked through my living room, looked out the window, I saw a car, then I thought I saw a dog. And I'm like, this don't make no sense. You see? Like, I just don't make but I remember at the same time I was talking to my neighbor upstairs because he was like, we was actually finna smoke. So he was like, bro, I'm finna go grab some blunts or whatever. And I'm like, bro, do you know somebody outside that just like came by or whatever with a dog or whatever? He's like, no, what you talking about? And as I'm talking to him though, I'm at the back door and I'm like, I got a weird feeling about this. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I opened my door, and Diz, you been in my house. So I opened my back door, and the dog was in the middle of the street looking at me at the door. It was a Rottweiler. It was a fucking Rottweiler.
Oh my
It was a
god!
fucking Rottweiler in the middle of the street at the door. I closed the shit. I'm on the phone with my neighbor like, bro, who dog is this outside? Like, it did.
The dog just like, what you want?
But
What you
no,
want to do, bro?
so I saw the dog. Close the door.
fought that motherfucker?
I'm yelling at the dude like, bro, who dog is outside? Like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like, I don't know. He come out his upstairs, come down. I was like, all right, I'm finna crack it. Like, I cracked this nigga at the steps. Like I cracked the door because he saw me. Now he like, I see you now. So I'm like, I can't see, but like by my back door, there's no window to see.
Wait. Oh, so you was leaving your house?
I was leaving my house.
To your shit?
So he had to step. Have you been around?
No. Rudy been by my house.
He had those steps. He
so right by the door. So right like my back door where you come back. As I opened the door, he was in the street.
Yeah.
Middle of the street looking at me. And I'm like, fuck, close the door. Like, what the fuck is this?
And then between that time
of me yelling upstairs, like, bro, it's a fucking Rottweiler in the street. Like, and he like, what you talking about, bro? Like,
dog, that is hilarious.
And I'm like, I hope that scared him like off somewhere. And nigga, I like opened it again, like slowly, and this nigga was right at my feet, dog.
looking at you.
Dog. When I tell you, I was so mad that I was like, bro, I just want some blunts, dog. Like,
Hey,
trapped in his house.
So you.
No, so I was like, I'll just tell what's up. But it was like, it was funny because like when Fan finally came down, me and him both we both at the back door, like who finna go out? Like who finna go out? Like he looked out the back window. Like the last moment I saw him when I closed the door the last time, is the window to my back of my house.
Right.
And I saw him run past the back of the house. And I'm like, bro. And by that time, like my neighbor caught it like a glimpse. I was like, bro, he right there. Like I hit him. Like,
you gotta start forming plans. All right.
It turns into a horror movie so bad.
ASAP.
You
I was
gotta
like,
distract them. I'ma go.
Cause he was like, when we was at the door, he was like, "Are you still getting the blunts?" And I'm like, bro, it's a dog in our backyard, nigga. Like, I'm not finna run to the gas station and run back. Like, I don't know what's going on right now. He's like, I'm finna go back upstairs. Like, nigga, like I ain't going outside.
I swear, so dogs are like villains. So like, we used to live on 14th and Lloyd, right? And there was this dude named Man, and he had a pit bull named Shaq, right? Now, so where we stayed at, there was this huge field, but there was this random like gate. It wasn't like even a connected gate. It was just a tall.
Ain't there no more?
Yeah, it was just a tall gate, right? And so I remember like everybody knew about Shaq, everybody knew about Man, and he was like he was a hood nigga. I'm talking about like I seen this nigga kill a squirrel, skin it, barbecue it, like same day.
In the neighborhood?
In the hood. In the hood.
He's not lying. He
was a hood nigga.
No, there ain't no hood nigga skinning squirrels, nigga. Like
on a real thing. They might rob you, but
you just got me.
Country hood nigga. Country hood nigga. Country hood nigga.
You got me intrigued.
That's probably a better.
Country hood nigga.
That's probably a better.
Because you sound like a nigga that's like food stamps. Like, nigga, it's fucking food all outside.
That's a better description. He was a country hood nigga.
Now,
some coon today.
He was a country hood nigga.
Now, Shaq, this pit was a vicious ass pit. Like even though he would have it on the chain, it's the pit that barked at everything. And I just remember one time it was me, my cousin Mike. I think it was these two chicks on the block, and we was just chilling. We was walking, and then we was chilling on the stoop because we used to chill on the stoop. And then all of a sudden, I just remember like this dude, his name was Handles because he used to always hoop, and he had Handle, and he come running around the corner. He's like, Shaq loose.
Shaq is
loose. We get up, we run. So everybody run. My ass, I'm like, fuck that. I see this tall ass gate. Dog, when I say that I'm talking about like LeBron James hop, I hopped on top of that gate, sat on there. Shaq was loose. That nigga came, he jumped, tried to get at me, but I was at the top of the gate. So then he ran off. But dog, I was like, bro, it was like Debo coming. Like it was like
like a nigga run up and say, Shaq loose. Like what nigga? Shaq loose. Nigga.
Hey, dog, like that shit scary. Everybody on the block ran from Shaq, dog. Like, yeah, dog.
No, that's funny, fam. That's like, yeah.
Listen, man, my story is short. All right?
I know.
I was skipping school one day. I went through this dude's crib. He had a dog, and I'm the same like y'all. Like if I don't know this motherfucking dog, I'm not fucking with it.
Dogs don't get no fuck about Sean.
It was so crazy. What's so crazy is that I used to run through the jungles of Puerto Rico, through all types of animals and shit. I was never scared. But a motherfucking dog, a domestic dog, that motherfucker, fuck that. Anyway, we skip a school. I go to this motherfucking house. He like, yeah, this is my roommate's dog. I'm like, man, I ain't fucking with that dog. He's like, it's all right, bro. You ain't gotta worry about it. He don't bite. He don't do nothing. He ain't about shit. The dog is standing stout as fuck right by the door. And I'm just looking at this motherfucker. So he like standing right at the door. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna walk past, but I'm gonna turn my back on him, kind of like just like do a shimmy and scoot over. Man, as soon as I did that motherfucker bit me in the ass, bro.
Did he bite you
in the ass?
But see, like, so I actually heard that it's like you like if you do that, like that whole bow way, like when people say like you look at a dog and bow your head, like the dog feel like, oh, I got this nigga.
No,
like, you know what I'm saying?
look, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I've owned dogs for almost 10 years. All of that shit is a myth.
That's a myth.
A dog is gonna bite you regardless.
If you
it don't
don't
matter
fuck
what
with
the
Yeah,
fuck you do.
no, from our dog Wolfie.
Yeah, we had a dog.
No matter what you do, they don't.
Wolfie, he gave no fucks.
They don't give a fuck. If they want to bite you, they gonna bite you. It don't matter if you look at this motherfucker, if you nod him, if you give him a fucking 40, a blunt, he gonna bite you.
No, it's not Snoop Dogg.
That's just what they do.
Right.
That's just what they do. But he bit me in the ass, and I still got the scar.
And that's a perfect
On that note, we're gonna go on break. We're gonna pay some bills, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk some boys.
All right.
Hey, I want to talk to you today about GeeksetPodcast.com, the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek culture together in one place, and the only place to get your official Geekset swag. Go to our shop and view our wide selection that we offer, from the No Dubs collection, Big Bit Tees, Talking That Geek-ish, and more. Today, use code Deuces during checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. Then, take a picture and post it on Instagram using the hashtag Geekset for a chance to be featured on our page and a chance to win extra deals in the future. So don't hesitate. Drop by the website today. Listen to our latest episode, watch our latest videos, read our latest reviews, and shop with your favorite geeks. GeeksetPodcast.com. All right, man. We are back, man. We just wrapped up LoveCraft. So now,
Did we wrap it up?
Yeah, we wrapped it up.
It's
We
wrapped
wrapped it up.
It's wrapped.
it's
nigga.
wrapped.
It's
So
wrapped.
before we get into our next big topic, there's a couple of small things that I did want to talk about that I want to bring
These
up.
recliners so comfortable.
Yeah, I don't get to recline because if I do, then
You
Diz
can't recline.
No, I
No,
can.
because
Me and Diz.
if we recline, we
Yeah.
gonna kick
Fuck
each
Diz
other.
feet.
Bro, I'm gonna recline
I can't
and kick.
recline because I ain't got no hole. I can't even reach the motherfucking thing.
Sucks to suck.
Damn, so I'm the most privileged one out here, the
Sure,
light-skinned
yeah.
one, right?
Sounds about right.
Fucked
getting-
up.
you got
Sounds
them-
about right.
Them
Living up every
got them
stereotype.
fucking house nigga privileges. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But
Living every stereotype right now.
So they did announce they announced a little bit of it, but I guess I don't think it's the full. But the Green Lantern series is coming to HBO Max.
Oh yeah, I seen
I
that.
ain't seen nothing about
They
that.
already got everybody casted too. Sinestro's gonna be in
Sinestro-
it.
It's gonna be
but
in
it looks like it's
they're
gonna be
doing-
Sinestro when he was still a Green Lantern.
But what's weird is me and Diz.
which would make sense.
I didn't know
Because
where they were gonna jump in with it.
No, that would make sense to do a damn Bulma looking thick as a bitch over there. Anyway, that would definitely make it's an action figure, fellas. But yeah, that would make sense to start it off
But
like
I
that.
saw-
But me and
I
Diz
saw,
was
like,
talking. We
Hal
thought
Jordan's
it was
not gonna
weird.
be in it?
Yeah, well, we don't know that, but they didn't mention Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart
Yeah.
in the articles at all. They said Jessica Cruz, but they didn't mention Jon Stewart or Hal Jordan.
Well, it could be a almost. I'm gonna say it.
Jesus,
Here's a
nonsense,
theory.
like wet
It could
leather.
be kind of like a
Oh my
prequel.
God, please stop.
It could be like a prequel. Like what y'all what are you doing?
You didn't hear Bacardi's comment. That's why.
I added some club soda to this fucking Freedom,
All of us.
Club soda is disgusting.
and it tastes
I
like
drink scotch and soda. a lot, so this is
raincoat
what-
leather,
He
bro.
dog. It tastes
Like-
like wet leather.
First of all, the American Freedom whiskey is absolutely terrible.
It tastes like a nigga in a long ass Candyman trench coat outside in the rain. You know what I'm saying? And you reach in his pocket and grab water out his pocket.
No,
It,
please
ta-
stop.
it tastes like they fermented sweat from factory workers, bro. That's what it tastes like. So,
needless to say, we would not be getting a
hey,
sponsorship.
Club Soda ain't got no taste. It's just gonna give you that bubbly
Yep.
taste.
It just bubbles.
So
So that's
you
what I'm saying.
you
It
might
tastes-
as well have just drank his.
That's what I'm
Sprite.
saying. It tastes like bubbled up wet leather,
There you
nigga.
go. Factory
Needless
workers
to
sweat.
say, we would not be getting a sponsorship
nigga,
from
this
James.
shit
What
tastes
are they?
like-
Jesse James whiskey.
This is like this is
We've
like
already deemed it that we're not gonna get
yeah.
it.
This shit
again.
tastes like fake patent leather Jordan,
I
bro.
mean,
You know what
I
I'm
wanted
saying?
think this is- you know
I wanted
what?
to keep the options open in case they would have tried to sponsor us.
No, they got want that sponsor.
Sponsor who?
I know.
Sponsor what?
That would've- I would have declined it.
Hell no!
No, that shit
I
is
don't want to put this on my
disgusting.
people. I don't want to tell them about the
Hell
drink.
no, I don't want to trick them.
Yeah.
Like that, you know what?
It would've
I
been-
just got to go on record that this bottle of alcohol has lasted almost 2 months in this studio
did.
before
did.
it got finished today
did.
because it is so disgusting.
trash. It's trash.
Nobody wanted it. I'm telling
It's
you,
dog.
like if you
I
ain't never
tried
tasted
to
factory sweat work, like workers factory sweat,
it tastes like the inside of a Halloween mask.
tastes like
You know what I'm saying?
it do.
Like,
It tastes like the job,
Like-
you know, where Eminem worked at an 8 Mile. It tastes like that job,
Like
that factory.
it's like the sweat he had on when he was throwing up in the fucking bathroom.
I tried, y'all.
Tastes like-
I tried to keep it very.
Tastes like
Listen.
I tried to
8 Mile
keep it
Eminem
very,
sweat, nigga. Like
we
when
understand.
when his
Mom's
palms
sweaty, yeah, it's mom's sweaty.
That shit is mom's spaghetti.
If you bottled that, you got that.
you got
I tried to keep it very professional.
No, man.
I don't fuck with it either. But I was like, at least
Ain't
I'll be objective and
ain't
like try to
nothing-
keep it neutral.
Nah,
Ain't
bro.
nothing free about this bottle but the disgust.
Exactly.
I tried to keep
We
it
giving
neutral,
niggas
y'all.
free disgust on this bottle.
Free
Like
disgust.
free
That
disgust.
clearly did not work.
But I want to go back to the Green Lantern thing. It
Oh,
would
yeah.
make sense that they wouldn't have casted him because this could probably be a Green Lantern quote unquote prequel universe.
But Jessica
to
Cruz
win.
is new though, right?
But I don't even know who the fuck that. I don't know.
That's the
actors.
female
That's the
Lantern.
female,
That's the newest female
the
Lantern.
Puerto Rican lantern.
Yeah.
There's a Puerto Rican Lantern.
Yeah.
Shout out to the island.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You know that nigga found. You ain't know that nigga found the ring on the beach.
No, it's a
You know what
woman.
I'm saying?
It's a
Like-
woman.
It's a woman.
Yeah,
It's
Jessica Cruz.
Jessica-
She's the newest lantern. She's
What
dope
pawn
as fuck.
shop did she visit?
Look at
Yeah.
that.
I forgot her story.
You said, what's her
She
story?
She got a dope story, but she's the new and she's one of the most powerfulest lantern right now.
I don't understand how there could be more powerful lanterns if they use the same fucking ring.
It's because
It's about how your mental capacity.
how pure you
Because
are.
You got to think. You also got to think
you
like
gotta be able to
everything
create.
Green Lantern does is from the mental capacity of what like.
Well,
you
thank
gotta
you,
think-
DC, for making us all powerful. Like, you know, shout out Puerto Rico. You know,
Right, you know what I'm saying? There was in a lot of struggles. So it's
I'm gonna have to look her up.
because you got to think
We're an extreme
Fam,
minority.
You
in
give a
comic
ring.
books.
You give a ring to white people. They're like, I'm just gonna make machine guns. You know what I'm saying? But you give a ring to a distressed Puerto Rican. It's like, nigga, I'm about to take over this whole fucking country.
Nah,
like,
bro, we making machetes.
Like,
I'm gonna be real with you. We
Like,
just
Yeah,
gonna
throwing
make
I'm
the
machetes.
saying like Jessica Cruz. She dope.
I'm
dog.
gonna have to look that up.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
gonna have to
dope.
look that up. That might be something that I need for the collection.
And that's what threw me up because like she's the newest lantern.
Where's my phone?
Yeah, she's the newest lantern, and so that's why I was like, okay, so maybe they're taking it from her story.
Dog,
and
I think
that
I left
point-
my motherfucking phone outside.
Bro,
Y'all
what?
gonna have to carry this on. I gotta go downstairs.
Go get your phone.
Go get
fam.
your phone,
What
folks.
the fuck?
Liv will be.
Maybe
Liv
it's
will be
been.
back.
Maybe it's in. Look in the main room too.
It's
Look
right
in
there.
You sat on it. Live lit.
That freedom got to that freedom on
That
her.
freedom do, fam. Like,
That freedom keeping me a slave to my own senses.
right. You know what I'm
because
saying? Like, you don't know what's going on right
I
now.
have no idea. That's false freedom.
Gave you Dog. Freedom gave you a moment to be
I
like.
wanted to make sure that I'm 100% accurate here. So she is a Honduran American, Mexican American from
Wait, what is she?
Honduran.
So she ain't Puerto Rican?
No, she's not Puerto Rican.
Damn, man, why you fucking do this to me,
That's why.
bro?
That's why I want to clarify. I
Why
want to
you
clarify.
just, you know what? I'm
She's-
tired of this. You
she's-
see a Hispanic, you think he's fucking
No,
Puerto
no, no,
Rican?
no. She's-
That's what that is.
No, what it was is because she's Mexican American and Honduran American. She's mixed with both.
That don't make her Puerto Rican.
It doesn't make her Puerto Rican, but that's why I clarified it. That's why I clarified it.
It
Though.
definitely don't make her Puerto Rican.
doesn't,
dog.
but that's why I
'Cause wouldn't-
clarified it.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, we Hispanics, we are getting some little love. We're getting love. Like,
We ain't the same. We ain't the same.
I get what you're saying.
Us Caribbean, Caribbean.
I know you finna give me the history
we don't
lesson.
even, you know.
It's diversity.
You know, as a matter of fact, me.
Diversity.
I don't even say we Latino. You know, we're Caribbean. Like, it's different. Latinos come from Latin America. Puerto Rico ain't part of fucking Latin America. We're the
Right.
Caribbean islands.
Right.
You know, we're
Right.
not Latin American. So, you know, I personally, I don't know, you know, other Puerto Ricans might think differently. Like, I don't call myself like Hispanic. I don't call myself Latino. Like, I'm a Caribbean Puerto Rican. To me, it's a whole different culture. It's extremely different, especially since you know, I spent a lot of time in Latin America. I could see the differences, although there is some things that are kind of the same. You know, like plantains. Like, motherfuckers love to eat plantains. I love motherfucking plátanos, bro.
I mean, plantains
you know,
is really good.
You know, so, you know, when I see like stuff like that, like, I don't feel a part of it. I don't. I really do not. I really don't. Like, I just don't, because it's not this. It's just technically, to me, It's not the same. Because
I mean, I get it. I mean, and it comes from you got to be from that. You got to be.
And
in
that's
that
why I
culture.
want to clarify because I know how Liv.
Yeah, Liv is
I
powerful
know
about
Liv like he's specific with that, and I wanted to make sure I clarified it on air.
Because he was gonna actually definitely make a post like, "Oh, we out here."
I was about to Google her by her first appearance and all that. Now I can't because
Now you'd have had a troll
there ain't
like
none.
you had a troll like, "Excuse me, sir."
Like no, like I mean, there is a superhero. Her name is oh my God.
I thought there was a Puerto Rican one in the West Coast Avengers. Somebody.
La Borinqueña, she's a DC. I think, I don't know if she's DC. She's been in comics books with Wonder Woman, but she's an all Puerto Rican comic book character.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, I claim him.
What about
Because he's half Puerto Rican and he's half black. But to me, that's the same because, like, what I'm saying? Like, my best friend, like, this motherfucker's just as black as Ron, But he full Puerto Rican. But that's because that's how we are.
Oh,
that's,
you know what?
That's what we look like.
Vibe from Flash? He's Puerto Rican.
Who?
Vibe.
Flash.
Yeah.
Flash.
He got a weak ass name. Fuck him.
Hey, but
What's
he's
Vibe?
dope. Vibe dope, dog.
I don't know.
Vibe? You talking about who? Vibe? Who's Vibe?
What's his name? Like, why am I blanking on his name? Ramon.
Oh, Ramon.
Yeah.
I don't
And
like
he
his-
got a Puerto Rican ass name.
I don't like his name.
That's my
I don't
motherfucking middle
No,
name.
he was.
Yes,
I never knew that. I did not know
As a
that.
matter of fact, it's Raymond. Jamon. That's how you saying it.
Ramon.
No, so let me.
Hey,
so-
but in the Flash,
wait
he's
on
one of the
this.
dopest
Wait, you gotta
characters.
let me get my moment.
No, I just wanted to say in the Flash,
I
he's
gotta
one of the
tell
dopest
you,
characters in Arrowverse.
So Hispanics, they rose their R's, they be like Ramon.
Ramon.
But us Puerto Rican be like Jamon. It comes from the back of the throat.
It's just
Jamon.
Y'all put an H on the R.
Jamon. It's like an R and an H combined.
Yeah.
There's a
together.
lot of H. There's a lot more H than R.
And he's played
It's
by
like-
he's played by Puerto Rican because
who's that?
Carlos Valdez.
Okay, I'm gonna have to support Carlos. Even
Yeah,
though he got a
the
basic
The one on
ass
West Coast,
name.
man. Are you talking about America Chavez? Is that who you were
No,
talking
American Chavez. She's Puerto Rican too,
What are
right?
you talking about?
That where you were saying the West Coast Avenger?
That was him that said that.
No, she's not.
I'm saying so. I know I heard it.
She-
So
I'm like, what are you talking about?
I thought Marvel had a
Is
Puerto
she
Rican.
Puerto Rican?
American Chavez. I
This is
think
what you
so.
talking about, Labyrinco, right?
Like I thought the West Coast Avengers
I
had
think
a
so.
Puerto Rican.
I don't think America Chavez is.
Oh, okay. Because I'm assuming that's the one. I'm assuming that
Bro, I
was
did
the
not
one.
know there was a superhero named Tech 9.
Is it?
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican.
What the fuck? There's another motherfucker. I think he's Tiger in DC.
Yep,
or something
Tiger.
like
Yep.
that. The Tiger.
I pulled up this list of it. So right now it's white. It's actually White Tiger. And then
Yeah, I heard about White
So-
Tiger.
America Chavez. She's technically an alien, but when she got to Earth, she stumbled upon a Puerto Rican family and based her origin off of them.
Awesome. There we go. That's what I'm
So
talking
she chose to be Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Celia-
That's even better.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
we got like the best food, we got the best women, we got everything in Latin and all of if you consider
I'm not
Latin
familiar.
America
Are you familiar
like
with this X-Men character? I'm not,
Cecilia Reyes.
yeah, I'm not familiar with her.
I'm not, but she sound Puerto Rican as fuck.
America Chavez. I think she finna have a show too. I thought I remember seeing something about
She
that.
is supposed to, and I have her first appearance at the crib. Just
Do
sitting
you?
There waiting.
Just sitting there.
Of course. You know what? I've got, Puerto Ricans are a minority in comic books and even in America in the way that we're portrayed. So when they pop up, I got to take them. That's why I was so happy when Miles Morales came out. Nobody wanted to fuck with him. When I saw Ultimate Fallout 4, the comic book, when it
'Cause I
came
fuck
out.
with him ASAP.
I check this out. When I heard Ultimate Fallout 4 was coming out and that
Right.
he was going to be a half black and half Puerto Rican Spider-Man, I went to the comic book store immediately and went to go pick it up. When I went to go pick it up, there was at least 12 issues of that book there, and that was 2 weeks after the original release came out. That says a lot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it
now
does. It definitely does.
he next to Peter Parker, he's
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
second iconic Spider-Man.
Definitely. So this is where because we talk about it all the time. Like Puerto Ricans, black, like we kind of we view each other the same. So when I saw Miles Morales, like I immediately was like, that's my nigga. And then like the way they would portray him, like he be rocking Timbs, he had a fresh ass lining, like I was like, yo, this is us.
Well, this is
us.
it goes back to so the U.S. owned and won Puerto Rico in the Spanish-American War back in the early 1900s. We didn't become citizens until about the 1940s, but we didn't have rights. And what a lot of people, what is overlooked a lot and is not mentioned a lot is that at the same time when black people were fighting for civil rights and, you had the signs up like, here's black people, here's white people, yada, yada, yada. The same was put up for us. We were viewed the same way. And a lot of us migrated to the East Coast. Mm-hmm. So what we did, was align ourselves with y'all because we were like, you know what I'm saying? We the same motherfuckers. We getting treated the same way. We don't want this shit,
Right.
So, the Black Panthers, they blessed Puerto Ricans with their own Black Panther type party, called the, I can't even remember the name right now. And I just had it at the tip of my tongue. But the same way we were there, pretty much.
We were there.
And I would go as far as to say that, never mind. I'm not even going to say that. I'll say that in private.
All right.
But you know what I'm saying? When black people were fighting for civil rights, we were like, well, why are we going to alienate ourselves from them? We're American citizens, but we get treated the same fucking way. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for us. So when you go to the East Coast, you see a lot of integration between black and Puerto Rican people because of how we grew up. When I grew up in Boston, a lot of my friends were black. They knew about my culture and I knew about them. I would go spend the night. I'll wake up, have a good Southern breakfast. They come spend the night at the crib. They have a good Puerto Rican breakfast, but it was all common to them. When I moved to Milwaukee in 97 and I moved to the South Side, I never experienced Mexican culture in my life. So it was like a culture shock. And then I went to school to Madison High School. And I was like, why is everybody here like 98% black? Like, where is everybody else? Like, I never understood.
Like being in inner school, like you've been in inner city schools.
Racial segregation until I moved to Milwaukee. And then it kind of like for years it like culture shocked me because even though Boston is considered like an extremely racist place, what it is because you got motherfuckers from South Boston, Charleston, the white folks, you know what I'm saying, doing shit like that. In my neighborhood in Jamaica Plain, Dorchester, Roxbury, Puerto Rican and black people, Jewish people, Dominican people, Haitian people all lived amongst each other and we all kind of shared, each other's culture. But when I moved here, it wasn't like that. And it was a huge culture shock.
Oh yeah, because Milwaukee is super segregated.
Extra super, like that's you like that. It's
plus
extremely.
Ultra. We plus Ultra.
It's literally one of the most segregated series.
That's why Fat Joe can be like nigga on songs and motherfuckers don't question him.
By the way, are you talking about the Young Lords Party?
The Young Lords Party. Thank you for yes. The Young Lords Party was labeled a terrorist party, just like the Black Panthers.
Thank you, did.
But thank you, did.
It's fine.
The only reason
know he wanted his props. He was like,
he
was sitting there smug as a motherfucker.
I know.
But this is the cold thing. This is what's so dope. The Young Lords, when they put that together, they were like, man, we can't do this unless we get the blessings from the Black Panthers because the Black Panthers started this type of organization.
Right, they had to respect already. They already respected knowing where it came from.
We have to be able to get their blessings in order to do this. Even though there's black Puerto Ricans and there's white Puerto Ricans, there's brown Puerto Ricans. Yeah. But because of the respect, they felt, and they didn't want to alienate themselves from that. They felt the need to have to go over there and request for permission to. It started off to want to be part of it, and they were like, "You got your own thing, and we can do it together." But you have to run with your own thing. Mm-hmm. But we got the same common goals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I personally think like a lot of people don't know about that history. A lot of people don't.
100%. I did not. A lot of people don't. I did not. And I learned a lot when you go on these educational. I don't want to call them rants because they're not rants. When you go on these educational pieces where you update, where you talk about
a rant doesn't have to necessarily be negative,
right? But when you talk about your culture, your history, and everything, I genuinely learn shit that I did not know about.
Well, because as a Puerto Rican, we feel more close to black culture because of the way that we have been treated. treated. Like, our island has been colonized since it was found, and we never had our own identity. And always somebody has always told us what to do. You know, our culture was the Taino indigenous folks that were there that were slaughtered. All the men were slaughtered, the women were taken, raped, and, you know, mingled with the Spaniards along with the African slaves. So, you know, when I think of it, to me, when I look at my culture, like, I think my culture is more aligned to Black American culture and Puerto Rican culture, because we share a lot of similarities in certain things when it comes to living in America. Now, my Puerto Rican culture is completely different than Black culture, you know.
Talking about some whiskey.
I'm
Sorry about
sorry.
that.
That's why I'm trying to
I'm
say
trying to have a serious conversation. You niggas having side
That's why I
conversations.
said it.
It's the
That's why I said
whiskey.
it
I'm looking at you
I was
with this,
listening, and I burped, and I'm like, no, this is hell.
So
Like,
you know, when I see like the opportunity of us getting put into comic books and things like that, and especially when we were made, like when Miles Morales came, I think that was truly the first thing that we can cling on to. Although there were other Puerto Rican superheroes, like the weak ass tiger, you know what I'm saying,
Right,
whatever.
White
the fuck.
Tiger, yeah.
But
White
you know,
Tiger. There's multiple White Tigers.
But
It was,
but we've always been
Probably
like
the same artifact.
we've always been like Zealand. But the first one was Puerto Rican.
No,
All
all of them are Puerto Rican.
Oh, they all.
They're
Okay.
just different.
There's just multiple
There's like
Tigers.
there's
So-
some guys, some women. Yeah.
Right. So when I see that, like when I see that, like it makes me happy, because I feel like, you know, like damn, we be getting shitting on. Like, damn, we be getting shitted on. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it.
Like, yeah, and you know what? Fuck you, motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers having
move it up.
No, like,
I'm definitely listening.
Ron taking
I'm
motherfucking selfies and shit
But
like
no,
that.
he was saying he was recording you.
I'm
But
recording you.
But
I wanted to get your
I was
segment.
waiting until you get back to Miles Morales, because I was like, this is a good transition.
Yeah, because Miles, Miles is the epitome of like an American Puerto Rican.
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
say that, American
Yeah.
Puerto Rican. He's mixed Black and Puerto Rican, but technically that is a Puerto Rican.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Puerto Rican isn't a white European.
I mean, yeah, like you said, even having his trigger go off, like when we watched the cartoon or the movie, and he's like, my spider sense always going off.
Well,
like,
you heard you. What was crazy is when you were watching the movie, you heard how his mom taught.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that's how I grew up, and growing up in the East Coast, like that's how my friends' mothers that were Puerto Rican and their fathers were Black, that's exactly how their households would go. And we would go visit Manhattan and shit like that. So like I immediately related to it, because I thought it was fucking super dope. Like somebody, I don't know who, actually I do know the creator of it, but he had done some research, man,
Right.
because
Was it a white dude?
Like, it was a white dude.
Okay.
Who drew it, at least. I don't know who created the character.
I mean-
I can't say who created it. I'm not sure. But I thought I immediately ran to the store 2 weeks after the release date, picked up the fucking book, and I was like, this is fucking dope.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, he's a Black Puerto Rican dude.
Yeah.
You know, technically, he's still completely Black, and he's still completely Puerto Rican.
Right.
Because growing up, you know, that's what we are. We're a
I mean,
mixture.
what I'm saying is what you're saying is that he has a mixture of both cultures.
Yep.
Like at home, it's like you said, it's pure Puerto Rican. It's like you said, his mother, everything is raising him and teaching him and using those languages and mannerisms and things like that. But when he's out in the world, he's Black.
But what's so crazy is that like Puerto Rican culture is so close to Black American culture that to me I don't see a difference. You know, they're
Right.
except for the fact that I can speak
I mean,
fluent
there's people that-
Spanish
there's
and I
people
eat
that will
slightly
see the
different
difference.
food.
Oh,
But the
wait,
way
to be fair.
like when I see memes like, you know, growing up Black, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, that's the same way I grew up, you know, but I'm Puerto Rican. My mother's a white Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My dad's a mixed black and partially brown Puerto Rican, you know, and I'm like, you know, all of that stuff was the same for me too, was growing up, like the same fucking thing. Like it's crazy. It's insane. So having Miles Morales as a character and representing Black and Puerto Rican culture, I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. He is hands down my favorite Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man, but I relate to Dog, especially after the movie.
Right.
Seeing how his mother talked to him. Now, my mother was a different breed type of Puerto Rican. She never talked to me like a typical Puerto Rican mother. But, you know what I'm saying? The rest of my family, my aunts and shit like that was them. You know what I'm saying? Diz, you killing me with this.
Right.
I know.
This nigga, like, I had to get video of this. Like, this nigga.
I'm so in tune with
This
you
nigga.
saying.
Wait.
How do you talk serious with a nigga looking at you with a Jason mask? Like,
You looking at me with the Jason
That's what I
mask.
feel bad about. 'Cause I'm like, damn, I'm so in tune with
So-
you saying.
But it's crazy
I'm sure.
because I feel like in like motherfuckers on the East Coast, like Rhode
People miss-
Island.
I'm trying to get my
Back in work.
transition. I got a good transition.
I know. I'm trying to get you to it, but I feel like people like in the East Coast, like Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New York, New Hampshire,
hat
shit
on,
like
too?
that.
Yep.
Like they understand this,
mad.
but folks in the Midwest they don't. Like when I went to
pissed.
Madison High School, was a predominantly black school.
Yep.
Like I was the first Puerto Rican person they ever met, and they were like, "You're Puerto Rican." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm from a fucking island." They were like, "Oh, okay, you're not Mexican." I'm like, "No, I'm Puerto Rican." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It was crazy that I was like the first Puerto Rican that they met. This was 1997.
Right.
In Milwaukee. You know,
But it's also like you said, like, I mean, I want you to segue into it too, but it's like, because we're a segregated state and city, you know what I'm saying, in general, it's like, and even I'm victim of that, you know what I'm saying, like, where you, like you said, like, we put, like, Hispanic culture and things, like, in one pocket.
but I don't consider myself Hispanic culture. I'm just
Right.
gonna let you know that I can't speak for all Puerto Ricans, but I can tell for myself. I came from the fucking
Right.
island.
Like,
I grew up in the
you know what I'm
United
saying?
States.
Like, but you're
as
giving,
well
like,
as
you're
the
giving
island.
the actual facts
But
and history.
When I want to relate, I relate more to black culture than I do to Mexican culture.
Yeah.
To Colombian culture, to Nicaraguan culture. You know, because of how I grew up in Boston. You know,
Right.
Because my best friend, he was black and he was Puerto Rican. My other friends, they were black.
like
My other friends
love it.
were Puerto Rican. And
Right.
the cultures were all intermingled with each other. I never had a fucking taco until I moved to. I never even seen a fucking tortilla until I moved to Milwaukee.
Bro.
That's crazy.
That's random as shit.
Like,
That's
That
very
is.
random.
But I grew up. I put sugar on my motherfucking grits if I had them.
Right. Like,
You
you
know?
grew up in that, yeah. That's what you're saying.
Do y'all?
Yes, 100%.
Like, okay, a
I don't
lot of
eat- I don't
motherfuckers
eat- I don't eat
don't.
grits.
They be like, just butter.
I just don't
I
eat
be like,
grits.
I don't fuck with
I
grits
don't
that
eat
often.
grits.
Give me the
but if
butter
I
and the
have to
sugar.
have grits,
I
I
don't eat
gotta have
grits.
sugar.
Fucking
Give
love
me the
grits.
sugar
Grits-
and the
Except
butter.
for-
Nigga,
like,
grits is shaved off sandpaper with liquid in it. Like,
Yeah.
it's shaved off sandpaper with liquid in it.
You
Like,
know,
nigga,
but,
I don't know.
But I can't tell you, like, I want green sauce on the taco. I learned that within the last few years. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about that. But growing up, I asked my guy Juan, whose mother was from Mississippi and father was Dominican. I'd be like, "You want a plátano?" He'd be like, "Hell yeah, I want a tostón." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go to his house and his mom be making me some pancakes, grits, and fucking scrambled eggs.
Fucking love grits.
And to me that was all
Grits is okay.
common.
They're not that good.
I fucking love grits, man.
Shrimp and grits are fine. But
Grits are good if they ain't watery. Motherfuckers be making this
I don't
shit
care about your
brittle.
period
What are
snap
grits?
at all. Grits are fucking nasty. You know what I'm saying?
They not that great. They not
nigga,
better than oatmeal.
Like,
They're not better than oatmeal.
Oh, now you talking white.
oh, and your Jason man, this nigga was shocked.
Duh, his eyes opened up in that Jason
Jason
man.
was,
I just want to let
Jason
y'all.
was appalled.
I just want to let y'all know my transition been killed.
No,
Look.
look.
My
Y'all-
transition-
You know what? You know
my
what? You know what
transition
you need
been
to have?
killed.
You need to have the rice oatmeal. If
No,
y'all
you
ain't
know
never
what's
had the
better?
rice
All of
shit.
that?
I'm gonna just
Cream
skip my trans.
Fam,
What?
now we are doing
My grandfather
like
used to make us.
My grandfather made some bomb ass cream wheat, but I would not put it better than grits.
No.
Grits
No.
is low tier for me.
No.
They
Dog.
serviceable.
cream of wheat and grits is truly shredded confetti paper, y'all. Hey, y'all niggas
Dawson
is
is
nasty.
the flake in your skin when you
Like,
peel it
yes,
and shit.
nigga, y'all niggas is nasty.
Jason with the hat do not respect that.
Like, y'all niggas
Jason
is
with the hat does
nasty.
not respect
Listen,
that.
Like,
y'all want a good
Don't
oatmeal?
fuck it up
Y'all
like
need to eat that rice oatmeal or
Cream-
that
Ooh.
maize
Like cream
oatmeal.
of wheat and all that shit looks
That
like
rice
porridge.
oatmeal, that
Like
shit
when
is
niggas make porridge
fire.
and they
That's
like,
because you be getting the watery shit.
Damn,
It's the
I
way.
It's unreal.
That shit
really
look like
do.
You don't be
porridge.
making it right.
You be making that watery
Cause y'all
shit.
trying to make your shit like oatmeal. Like nigga, just get oatmeal.
Ron
Nigga.
make his grits with tap water.
It'd be super runny and shit.
Just nigga, cause y'all trying to make that shit thick like oatmeal when y'all can just get oatmeal.
Alexis from Dragon Spit podcast, she was telling me about some Filipino rice porridge. It looks delicious.
Oh,
You know what?
I'm about to buy
What's so
some.
crazy? What's so crazy is that that was my
Now
mom.
we
My
a
mom.
cookie
My mom.
Like
used to
I
make
told you,
that-
my transition's been shot down.
Like, nigga,
I gotta-
we HGTV right now.
I gotta respond to
Where's
this.
Jason?
My mom used to make that rice shit, bro. It's amazing. And in Colombia, what they do is that they water it down and they make it into a fucking drink, and it is the most tastiest fucking thing you could ever have in your
I was talking to her on
life.
Twitter about it, and she showed me. I'm buying some. It looked
Tell
amazing.
her, Puerto Rican motherfuckers been on that shit.
I'm mad that Jason likes fucking. What's it called?
It's a Filipino rice porridge.
No. You
Jason
cannot call
got-
it Filipino
Jason got
because we
class.
eat that shit too.
But I mean the one that she showed. She's Filipino.
Jason got class.
It's the same goddamn thing.
That's
Can we,
fair.
That's the funny
all right,
thing.
let's transition. Let's transition.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, my
Now,
transition.
No,
No.
do your transition anyway.
Transition.
I want to say, just do it anyway. Bro,
Well, me-
I've been in a Jason Mash for the past
No, it was
15
So
years.
listen here. There was multiple times where he was talking about Spider-Man. I was going to talk about the news of the Spider-Man, but he kept on passing it. He was like, oh, this will be perfect time. He was like,
Great.
but then
Miles Morales like grits? Like we back in it? We back in it. Do you think Miles Morales like grits?
No, my face is burning up. I gotta
Does
take
Miles
this
Morales
off.
like grits?
My face is hot as a bitch.
Oatmeal? Like what do we think Miles Morales like?
Because
I don't know,
wasn't-
man. I put brown sugar in my oatmeal. I don't know about y'all.
What do you think Miles Morales eats though? Like do you think he likes
Wait,
grits?
stop
Who?
talking about
Miles
grits and
Morales.
oatmeal.
Miles
Stop talking about grits and oatmeal.
Miles Morales.
What are we
eat the
doing?
grits and he eat the rice porridge.
Dr. Umar
My-
baby
he
pissed.
got
He ain't
to.
giving him my-
And you know what else he eats?
Money.
You know what
My-
else he eats? What we make? Arroz con leche, which
This
is a
podcast
fucking
is off the
rice
rails
soup
today.
with milk.
I don't know what
Rice soup with
happened.
milk.
This podcast is off the rails today.
let's
I'm
go.
trying to talk about the news.
That's the poor Puerto Rican. Look, you know you a poor
Now you
Puerto-
said Miles Morales eating poor Puerto Rican food?
he grew up in the Bronx. Of course he does. You know what? He probably
He got
ate-
Tim's,
I'ma tell you this.
The
I'ma tell
nigga
you.
wearing Tim's
It
and
don't
J's.
matter.
In New York got Tim's.
Exactly.
J's.
Matter of fact,
What?
you get a check to buy Tim's
Hey,
from the state
nigga,
government.
you-
like you have
Your
listen.
first year, that's your anniversary in New York. You
Yeah,
get
it's
your
unreal.
anniversary Tim's. Here you go.
Unreal. Like, what's the governor's name?
No, I just Cuomo was like, here you go.
No,
No,
what's the governor's name?
that was De Blasio.
De Blasio sends out Tim checks every fucking year.
Tim checks.
Tim checks.
Tim checks.
Tim
nigga.
checks.
The fact that he called him.
I don't know what's
Tim-
going on, guys.
This nigga.
off the
You
rails
telling me
very
this
quickly.
nigga sitting in his
Podcast.
office.
You know what?
He
The
is
only
sitting in his office.
podcast that
You
talk
know,
about
his signatures
food
on
and
Tim
Tim's.
checks.
You know what was the staple in
I'm
my
your boy
crib?
Deuces.
White rice and a fried
My man-
motherfucking egg. White rice
is my
and a
man-
fried motherfucking egg. At least.
The lib and the
What were
cooking.
you about to go to?
Spider-Man.
Let's talk about the boys.
We ain't got to the point
Let's
yet.
forget about Spider-Man. Let's talk about the boys.
All right, that's fine. That's,
We go.
Let's talk about the boys.
Series finale. What do we got? We got to do episode 7 and 8 still.
Yeah,
for
this
them
is
two?
that-
We gotta do both
7, 8.
episodes, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Do we?
Yeah, because
God damn, nigga, did you just forget the last
I
episode?
thought y'all talked about it in the
we did
last
5 and
podcast.
6.
We
We
did
do
5
two
and
every
6.
2
We do
weeks.
every
So
2 weeks.
5 and 6.
We every
we
2
do-
weeks.
Why do y'all come up with these new things that I don't know
It
about?
ain't new things. It's the
Nigga, we
time.
podcast every 2
It's
weeks.
just time.
There's 2 shows.
There's 2
every
shows in 2 weeks.
Like,
I don't even know y'all no more. I'm tired of
it's like,
this. We ain't got no more freedom.
No,
no.
freedom
God
gone.
damn it.
No,
Like,
Freedom get y'all on tangents about grits.
Yeah.
Hey, watery grits for the record is terrible. And
So,
butter and sugar is
I
a
don't-
motherfucking thing.
Episode 7 of the boys.
What was 7?
That was when Homelander,
Bro, we might as well just talk about the new
Homelander
one.
and Stormfront. The big point of the episode, Homelander and Stormfront took Ryan.
They took Ryan.
Oh, yeah,
and
when they left.
then-
Yeah, okay.
And then the trial was
Fuck
at the end
that
of the
little
episode.
kid.
I didn't, you know what, so
That was the worst thing about the show was that little ass.
You know what I really...
You don't fuck with Ryan.
Hell no, he a little bitch.
What I really hated about the episode was the mom. Like, the mom was
I would understand. I understand
over
Ryan
it.
because you got to think. Remember, like you can't call him a bitch. His mom lied to him to the whole. Like she sheltered him.
She lied to him from birth.
He's a product of being sheltered and not knowing who he truly is.
Yeah.
He lived in his fake.
Pretty much all of white suburban America.
He lived in it. Yeah, pretty much because he lived in his fake community.
Yeah.
Like everything was a lie to him, so he doesn't really even know who he is as a person.
So do you think Homelander?
But at the age of 8, like what is he? 8, 10, like. That, like really, like what is reality to you?
What? But I mean, what is
he
reality?
couldn't even go hang out
but
with
he couldn't even go
kids.
kick it.
Who is he gonna kick it with? Other superhero kids?
Well, see, that's the thing. No, he didn't know he was a
I
superhero.
want you to be a regular
He didn't know he was a superhero. He thought he was a regular kid at that
And he
point.
couldn't even go hang out with other random kids.
Like he didn't even get a chance
fucking
to do that.
retarded.
No, he's not
retarded.
I hated that child.
I mean,
in that
I don't
show.
like using that word. That's a
sucked.
word that we should not be
You know what?
using.
I do apologize. I should not use that word. Absolutely. And the only reason
That's
it
that
came
freedom.
out is because
Freedom
of
got
that
you say what the
fucking
fuck you want to say.
Because
nigga.
I have made it a point. I have made it a point to not say derogatory words about people's sexual orientation. Like I won't use the F word. You know?
Yeah, I never do that.
And I absolutely loathe using the R word.
Yep.
And so I am extremely apologetic for using that on that podcast. I ain't gonna bleep it out because I'm gonna fucking forget to do it anyway.
You are.
But this is my
we'll keep the
apology
apologies
because
then.
in my normal life, I absolutely refuse to use that. And another word I refuse to use that I always argue about my kids about using is calling each other stupid.
Okay, I understand.
That's a fair statement.
So I do, Liv does have sentiments. I do apologize about using
He's not an
that
asshole
word.
all the time.
Right.
It is.
But
It is.
but
On the podcast, I might be an asshole, but in real life,
right.
I do not say
so
those words.
in the response to
I
that kid,
refuse to.
yeah, in the response to that kid, I will definitely say like he's definitely soft and definitely like not. But I blame his mom.
I
His
wouldn't even
mom.
say that he's necessarily soft. I think it's a product of she knows
Mm-hmm.
that Homelander's DNA is in that. And she knows what the fuck Homelander is.
But see, that's the thing. So when you are a superhero, like that's the age-old question. How, like, if you have superpowers, are you going to be a hero or are you going to be a villain?
Miss Brightburn.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, like, just because his dad was like psychotic, that doesn't mean that he was going to be.
But
it.
you can't fault her for seeing the absolute worst in his dad and just overreacting.
No, I
to the
understand.
extreme.
I understand the thought process.
She
but
really
it's still,
treated him.
But it's still what caused him to be who he is, the way he is.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, he's also fucking 8. At
But it's also-
8,
I mean-
he's a kid right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I also feel like they gave
He
him.
might be 10, I don't know what
They
his
gave
age
him
is.
what he should
fucking
have.
sucks.
They gave him what he should have as a kid. I do agree that the mother, because she isolated him so much, he had a clingy attachment to like his mom. You know what I'm saying? That's all
Right.
you got. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But there's a way that she could have. This is what I believe. Like, yes, like I get it. You see the worst in superheroes, but you can acknowledge his power and teach him how to do good. Like
I also
it's
don't know
it's
how much of that was Vault.
true, but like, it's the Superman story. Like, if anybody watched, I think it's called the Red Sun Superman, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah.
the difference between it. Like even
Yeah.
though he ended up eventually turning good because of but it's the difference between it. Like,
But how much?
when he
Like I
land-
said,
when he
how
landed,
much of that was Vault?
True, that is
saying-
true.
Forcing her like, look, this is what we got to do because they still wanted their ace in the hole against Homelander.
Yeah.
So we don't know how much of that is. Yes, she wanted to keep him sheltered, raise him good, but it could have been Vault just being like, look, this is what you got to do.
yeah.
We will
well, I
kill
mean,
those
I
kids.
feel like Vault was trying to look at it like raise him with a mother, because I mean, Homelander was raised in
in
the
a lab,
lab.
basically.
Yeah.
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 They
that's what
were
she said.
that was Vaught's contingency plan.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're saying.
Which is really crazy though, because I
But
thought
we're
Black
just saying
Noir.
like
I thought
Homelander
Black
was
Noir
raised
would have been
different.
that.
I think it was in the comics. I don't know, because the fact that like he was a black dude in the show. I don't know if they're going through the full same storyline with Black Noir.
But I thought,
They didn't go to
even
the
though
same
he's a
point.
black dude playing in the suit, I thought there was an episode where they took his mask and he was the, like he.
They
No, they
were,
took his mask
you
off,
know
he was
what?
a black
They
dude
were.
in there.
What's crazy
Yeah.
is that I
They
heard.
took his mask off and he was a black.
Yeah,
They
he's
had
a
his
black
mask like
dude. They had his
here.
mask up there. He's a
But
black
you know
dude.
what?
Oh.
That you know what? That pissed me off because they said that they were gonna take off his mask on this season, and all they did was just show his lower half of his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And we don't even know if he's black. He could be a fucking burn victim.
I mean, it could be, but
Could
I,
be.
it
The
looked
way,
black.
yeah, it looked like just
It
normal
definitely
black
looked like
skin.
it was normal black skin. It didn't look burnt.
You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
I mean, you never know.
But I don't know why I feel like I saw somewhere where I thought he was like a clone of Homelander.
That's in
Well,
the comics.
in the
That is
comics,
what it is
in the comics,
that,
in the
yeah, in the
comics.
comic, he was just like a botched version.
What if he is still a botched version?
He could.
I mean,
Yeah.
he could
Like, 'cause
still be,
he's
but he's
still,
a vegetable
that's
right
like
now.
taking his.
He's
That's like
not a
taking
vegetable.
Homelander's.
Homelander's
Because
DNA.
That's like taking Homelander's
they
DNA.
didn't show him at all in episode 8.
But
At the end of 7, remember, and at the beginning of 8, he was like, he's in a coma because of the she gave him the almond joy.
You want to know
Yeah.
you want to know a funny thing? Yeah, a fun fact: the actor who plays Black Noir actually has a peanut allergy. Has a
Oh,
nut allergy.
interesting.
So the dude who plays how come I can't remember his fucking Butcher? The guy that plays Butcher, that was his idea to put that into the fucking
Really?
show. Yep.
That's
Fun
hilarious.
fact.
That's good.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I mean,
'cause I did see that they were taking.
but I mean, they can do that though because they can still I think between all the 7, they were all just injections. So
Yeah.
Which
Black
was
Noir,
funny because he made the chick put away the fucking almond joy, like throw it in the garbage, and we didn't know until like
yeah.
until later, yeah,
That's
I didn't
funny, bro.
realize they definitely did it earlier. Like,
And that was the thing, because I know they said that, like, they're inspired by the comic book. They said they were making an actual effort to be like, this isn't going to be 100% the comics.
Well, they never are. I mean, because Swordfront was a dude.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, they made, like, because even though they, like, most adaptations, they're never going to be 100%. They're like, look, these are inspired by it, but this is going to be my own fucking story.
Yeah. Which
so I mean, I
think
fuck with it. But I mean, I was saying like they can make Black Noir like I was saying like Black Noir could actually been shot up with Homelander's DNA.
Right, that's what
Like
I'm saying. They could be doing something like
he's
that.
not necessarily a clone,
Or
but
he
he's
could have
like,
been the first one, and he was just. Remember, in the show, they say they try to make multiple attempts
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
making Homelander.
Yeah.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like he's and they say that Black Noir is a defunct like Homelander. So I'm like, I think it's not about him being a clone.
Shit. Wait, how much of Homelander is he? Because I'm like,
Apparently, I think he's just really invincible.
because
yeah.
I was gonna say, does Homelander have a peanut allergy?
No,
No,
because
I think he has
don't.
all of that except because I'm assuming because the way that they were doing, they were injecting adults, so that could have just been whoever the person Black Noir is just had a peanut allergy. But I'm assuming he has most of the same abilities. 'Cause remember, he was throwing Starlight around like
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
shit.
He's got super. He's like Captain America. He's
Yeah.
got super strength.
Yeah,
And
he
he,
had
don't-
like-
and he don't
I'm
like.
gonna try to get him on a one-on-one with Deuces. His inbox is open.
They
He just can't fly.
I mean,
Right, you know what I'm saying? He
which
can't fly. He probably
also,
can't shoot
but
lasers.
also could be of how they just trained him to be.
I assume he can't shoot lasers
because
the fact that his face is
everybody who
covered.
takes Compound V gets a certain type of power. It's not programmed.
Yeah, it's-
for it
it's
to
like- it's
be
just- it's
that
random.
certain power.
But
so
do
they
you
were
think
trying
he got
to
actual
create.
Compound V or Homelander's DNA, like what Bacardi was saying?
Well,
Yeah.
they never. What
he
Bacardi
a
is
clone,
saying
yeah.
is that is something that was never in
No,
the
yeah,
show.
of
So
course.
I have to rule that out.
But I mean, they didn't say for sure in the show if he's in the show version. Is he a clone? Or is he supposed to be a clone of Homelander? I don't remember that at least. I might have been misremembering.
They didn't
know,
say it
but-
in the show, but we know that based off
From
of the
the
source
comic.
material.
Well,
Okay.
based off the show too, they said they were trying to make a remember, the dude who created Vought was a Nazi.
Yeah.
And to him the perfect race was a white man with blue eyes and blonde hair.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were trying to make a superhero that would be the face of Vought and wholesome America with blue eyes,
And blonde
white
hair.
skin, and blonde hair, which happened to be Homelander. Now, to me, that just says that they were giving Compound V
To whoever.
to certain blonde, white, blue-eyed people to try to make them into this superhero, but they all became botched superheroes.
So you don't think that Black Noir has anything to do with
I
Homelander
think
in the show?
you know what.
They
This
didn't
is just
say
going to
it
be a
yet, so
theory.
that's why.
Fair.
And this is just going to be a theory just based off what I just thought about just now. I think that they tried to create that superhero with Black Noir, but the Compound V created him and made him into a black man.
Or it
That's-
could
That's
also,
why he's always masked up. Like, but because of his assets, they didn't want to toss him away.
it
But
could
nobody
also
knows
be,
if he's white. Remember, when they were talking about the diversity in the show, when they were on that talk show, Homelander was like, well, Black Noir is... He didn't even know what he was.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah,
He didn't know.
he was like
But when they
he was
lifted
trying
up
to
half
say
of his
the
mask,
fact that he's called Black Noir.
he had
Like,
black
we
skin.
have a black. We have
it
diversity.
could, to be
Right.
fair, also be, remember how Vought, so obviously they knew Stormfront was a Nazi previously, and they revamped her
Vought
image.
didn't know.
Vought knew.
No, Vought knew.
No,
Like everybody
but
else
I don't.
didn't know.
I don't think
Seven
that.
didn't know.
I think Vought knew of the original, which
Vought-
was what was her name?
Vought had to know, because Vought, literally, she was
She was a wife, but like we
Vought.
now,
She was
now
the
we in the
wife,
last
yeah.
The
episode.
first Vought.
But she came back and like.
No, and matter of fact, yes.
What's
Stan Edgar knew because
Yeah.
he was like, I want to get. He was like, he didn't like her.
This is all last episode. This is all like we
Yeah,
still.
now we jump-
We're still
yeah,
in the
yeah,
first,
you're right.
the other episode, but like
the last episode was the best episode.
it was.
Fuck
the
that
best
last episode.
But you on that shit in it. You on the same
But
thing.
I mean, so it could be that they also knew just in the change of times. Clearly, that's why they gave her a whole new identity at Stormfront. That times were changing. You couldn't just be mask off racist like you were. Because remember, she,
Right.
and her public persona was feminist. It was I'm a feminist. It wasn't that I'm whatever. So. And,
Twitter, wow, bro. Twitter, wow. That's all I
but
gotta say.
so it could have been that they were like, okay, let's taking your same initial storyline. They wanted the blonde-haired, blue-eyed white person, but then as time progressed, they were like, okay, we gotta just inject this into a more multiracial
Yeah.
thing, and that's how Black Noir came about. I don't know, just throwing shit at the wind.
I mean, I see
But
that. I
we
can see
should.
that.
I guess the episode in general.
Well, before we get, I guess
episode 7 still.
Episode 7. Let's get to the ending part of it. Was
Yeah.
the big part of it. Where because I did not know what I saw at that point. I believe
we didn't know
we thought it was Cindy.
who
got escaped from the facility.
Yeah, in the courtroom where
Well, all the heads were exploding.
all the heads started just
Wait,
fucking
who's
just
Cindy? Who's Cindy?
That was the girl from the facility who at the end of episode
Oh,
6.
the one that
yeah.
that got loose. That we
Yeah,
didn't
they
know.
got loose.
Getting
We don't know.
squash things with
Yeah.
her hand. The
Yeah.
bald-headed chick.
I had
was
money.
100%
I was
sure
100%
at the end
sure.
of
I thought so
episode
too.
I was like Cindy somewhere close.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Woo! Woo!
No, Dig's gonna put the spoiler
Yeah,
alert effect.
I'll throw a spoiler.
Yeah, but
alert.
for the the podcast,
audio
'cause
listeners,
I'm
yeah.
not.
Well,
I don't give a fuck about the.
He can put
about
something
y'all.
up like.
I mean, in the audio,
I ain't gonna do that
Liv
shit.
not gonna do that in the audio.
Oh,
You just put in the just put in the description. Spoiler alert. They ain't gonna get no extra audio engineering out of me. Fuck, I look like I don't get paid for
But yeah,
this shit.
we was under the impression that it was Cindy.
And then
I forgot about because Cindy hasn't uncovered, like, been back out.
No,
and
she
to
hasn't.
be fair, we didn't find out who it was till the very end of episode 8.
Which was wild.
I did not
I
expect
did not
that
see
at
that
all.
coming.
I did
But let's
not.
get into episode 8 before we talk
Yeah,
about that ending.
before we spoil that,
Episode 8.
Wait, is this episode 8? Is the last episode?
that was
I'm tired of these motherfucking 8 episode shows. They should have gave us 11.
Well, you gotta think. Remember, this is technically a pilot season.
Why is
it's
it a
second
pilot
season.
season?
Oh, it is second season.
Yeah, second season.
What's
Damn,
wrong
never
with
mind.
you, bro?
I'm tripping. I keep on thinking.
Yeah, you tripping.
But I
Go
mean,
back and watch the
a
first
lot
season.
of, a lot of stuff gives you that eight episode arc because you got to figure.
Wait, is this a mid season finale or just an actual season
No,
finale?
this is the actual season finale.
Okay.
So this is it. I mean, 8 episodes, 8 hours. I guess they figure. You figure if you were doing a half-hour show, that's 16 episodes. That's
Don't be giving these motherfuckers excuses. Amazon, if y'all listening, man, we need 11 to 13 episodes because y'all motherfuckers.
I mean, but I
fucking
think
up.
it ended. I think it ended really good though. I think it ended. This last episode ended where it needed to
25.
end because if you really watched the episode, it was pretty much a closure of this whole arc. Like it was a closure of
It is.
Vought
They
and
could
everything,
end
like-
the boys now and never come back. Like they literally can.
No,
not with that last.
Remember,
No, that very last. But
that
I
last-
do one thing before we get into this. I told y'all Stormfront was gonna be a 1-season villain.
You did. Did
We don't know that. They said
she
no,
is
literally said
Didge.
she's dead.
Didge, no. She is not dead. They said they have her locked up in an undisclosed
No,
facility.
that's what you're going off what Homelander said.
That's what
And you
Homelander-
going off what you think.
No.
you're
That's
going
what Homelander told the people.
That's what Homelander told the public because
It
they
will-
they want to make sure that they always have a positive public persona.
Bro.
Why would they say, "Oh, we had to kill one of our own"?
They because they said they killed the terrorists.
No, they can't.
No,
Yes, they did.
Bro, she-
Stormfront stopped and killed the terrorists.
Bro, Stormfront is dead, bro.
No.
Do you want to bet? We can go on record
when,
and bet it.
when they did the whole propaganda thing with her killing all the black people in the fucking building, and they killed the Asian dude, they specifically said that she killed them and terminated the fucking terrorists, and he won't be a problem again. Now
He was dead, though.
No, because she fucking killed them. So why would they hold back the fact that they killed her instead of putting her
because
away?
he was a terrorist and she was a hero.
And there was no lead up to Stormfront
It
being
don't make
Yeah,
it
no,
don't
it
make
makes
no
sense
sense
because
because
the
she came
the
out as a
world loved
fucking
her.
Nazi. Who don't want a Nazi dead?
I guess I could also throw in the fact that I know she only had a 1-season contract, but I didn't want to throw that out.
How
there
do you know that?
Because
Bro,
it's out there, bro.
literally read all of this.
What's her name?
Ava Cash.
Bro, Stormfront is gone.
She's
bro.
literally dead, and there are articles talking about how she gave her last. That's why she spoke in German during her last scene because she was dying, and at that point when they were showing the fact that when you're dying, you sort of revert back to your base state, and she was German to begin
She
with.
definitely didn't like. She definitely like. I get Liv's thing.
I get what
because
he's saying.
There was no death. Like you didn't see the
You know,
death.
it's not
and
uncommon.
also,
it's
and
not
also like the damage that Stormlander was doing to her and showing how invulnerable she is. We
But
don't
she
know
also-
if she actually
It's not
had.
uncommon for
it's
new
also-
actors to get 1-season contracts, so that is off the table for me because
I'll bet
she
you.
could easily
I'll
come
literally
back.
bet you.
She's out here,
She
bro.
could
She's
easily
gone,
come
bro.
back.
I mean, if you're so
gone.
confident, bet me.
I mean,
She-
in the stories, like I'm assuming in the story she dies too, like he dies too. So it's like, how far does he last in the comic book? Like the
I'm
actual
telling you,
story.
she is a 1-season. This is
The
it
thing-
for- I
the thing
guarantee
is-
we don't
the
see
thing
it.
is that-
unless it's for flashbacks, we don't see her. We don't see news. We don't see anything beyond a flashback for her.
But even if she was a flashback, that means she got a contract for season 3, so that kind of outrules your season 2 thing.
Not necessarily.
They
No,
definitely
it doesn't.
did not.
No, it
they
doesn't. Because
Definitely
you can,
did not
you can
write.
Reuse, you
They-
can reuse old stock footage for a new
flashbacks.
season.
Flashbacks.
That's not a new-
flashbacks are usually new flashbacks, and
It
they're
doesn't have to
and
be.
they're not. So I will keep it open to the option that she could possibly return.
I
will keep
guarantee
it
she
up.
doesn't. I guarantee she
I got
doesn't.
money. She's not returning,
And
bro. She's gone.
I will go on record for it and bet you that she doesn't return.
Yeah,
You know what?
I'm with that too.
Next
Yeah, I
year,
think she gonna return it.
next year, if she come back, you owe me an open chest shot.
Open
Oh,
chest
you
shot.
take it back to the old school.
Open chest.
So she doesn't return. You open me
We're
one.
gonna play a friendly game of meat.
So-
I get meat.
Doesn't come back.
I get meat, and I get to clean
So-
your hand
And
with
it-
Clorox.
and then when she does
with a
it,
Clorox
When
wipe,
she
and
does
I
it,
get
and then
to
when she
wrap it
does
up.
it, I
You
get to clean your hand.
You get
Same
Fam,
shit. Same
I
shit.
you get to give me
Say-
meat.
we get-
So back, I ain't heard meat in so long. Like if niggas, if
Meat
we
know
are a group,
nothing?
if we
Meat
are a
know
group of
nothing?
niggas, like my niggas, hold on. If we are a group of niggas who all have been lived through meat, I want that back in the group. Cause I only got
I only got ain't hurt me.
one group of niggas that I grew up with that was like that ever said meat ever. And I'm like,
Really?
Meat.
yes.
Wait,
One
what?
group of niggas?
One
That
group
was
of
universal.
Wait, you ain't never played meat in your life.
No, I'm saying like it's only one group of like it's never been white. Like y'all the first niggas I ever heard saying meat again. Like I've only had
I
one
legit
group of
ain't heard niggas
niggas
say
that
meat.
I've
I
ever
haven't heard it in a while, but that was universal.
Never heard.
To me, that was universal, bro.
Yeah.
Never heard like it was.
Meat
never
know
been enough for
nothing.
me.
Meat no nothing, no self-serve. Meat no self-serve.
No self-serve.
Give me that.
Meat no
Give me
self-serve.
that.
Meat no self-serve was a given in my
Self-serve.
You could
Give me that.
That was a
Div,
nobody
div.
ever had to say meat no self-serve because that was always a given in my
No, because if you say meat, I'm like self-serve and
See? No.
do it myself.
No,
Like,
see, in
yeah.
my group,
No, you
in
know
my
what?
group,
I had it so. I had
You
it.
gotta say no self-serve.
Hey,
in my group-
I had it so sleek that if I fucked up, I said self-serve. Like you
in my
wouldn't even
group,
get the
that
chance
was
to say
you
meat.
wouldn't-
that was a
Like,
given.
Like,
That was
I
a
know.
given. You
See,
couldn't
y'all
self-serve in your mind.
Y'all niggas had some privilege. Like it was no self-serve.
It's
Like, the
You
niggas I
made
fuck
me
with-
wrong. No,
the
that
niggas-
has always been
It's always
self-serve.
been self-serve.
Like the niggas I fuck
They
with.
motherfuckers
But to be
been playing
fair,
with you. They've been taking advantage of
we
you.
legit had to stop. Hey,
You had to
ain't
have
no
a
self-serve.
you had to have that rule
We had to have that conversation. Hey, you can't self-serve from now on.
because self-serve is
wasn't
the thing.
like-
Because self-serve is default.
Because like no, like the funniest shit that I had with my niggas, it was dibs. Like it's just dibs. If a nigga say one nigga called me,
Oh, yeah,
dibs.
Dibs is
Dibs was the one that crushed friendship.
Pass that hand over here, boy.
Dibs would crush friendship. It'd be that one nigga like, you don't even do this shit, nigga. Why you
It
calling
don't matter.
Dibs? Like,
It don't matter if I don't do this shit. I get my meat.
I mean,
I want my meat.
Never forget.
And it's always that one nigga that's sitting like,
Oh, yes, bro. I used to rev that motherfucking palm up. I used to motherfucking
you
do
get
this.
back there like,
Do the Birdman hands and get red
Never
teeth.
forget.
Like, I've never
on
heard
my 8th
self-serve.
grade graduation, my guy, he got meat. Everybody called dibs. He was so hurt. He like, bro, y'all gonna just dibs on me?
Hey, we
He
been-
was-
hey,
he was
hey,
so hurt.
hey.
He looked at us like,
fuck that.
bro.
Hey,
Yeah, my-
right now,
Dibs,
wait,
hearing
hold on.
Dibs in a room of niggas that you don't know what meat is the scariest thing in your
It is.
life.
It is,
Like,
absolutely.
if you in your own little circle with your niggas, they like, I want meat. But
All
you
right.
hear a nigga that
You know
ain't
you're
never
gonna have a
even,
couple
like,
motherfuckers
know.
that's just gonna take it easy and just slap your shit.
Hey, y'all
Like,
wanna?
you hear a nigga that you ain't never even like, nigga, I don't even know you. Like, dibs, nigga. Like,
Dibs.
like we doing meat? Dibs,
doing
nigga.
dibs.
Like,
Hey,
I
y'all-
want some of that top of that hand.
Yeah.
hey,
Bring that over
y'all,
here.
Y'all want to bring? Why y'all want to bring it back?
yeah,
Bring it
I'm
back.
here, like, I'll
Geekset, bringing it
Hold
back.
on. Before we jump to the next topic, we played Meat forever and we got bored with Meat. So me and my homies, we came up with a new game that was similar to Meat, but we called it Pow.
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 That's
fuck
like
is
y'all
pow?
fighting each other.
Pow. Listen to this.
That definitely sounds like
Look,
a fight.
look, I swear to God, we played this shit for a good 6 years. I swear to God, I got an iron chin from it.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Niggas
good.
rocking niggas.
Nigga, this
Bro,
not UFC, nigga.
Bro,
like,
I put this on my motherfucking on all my children. We upgraded from Meat and we came up with a new game called Pow, which was the same thing, same concept. Pow, no self-serve, no nothing. That's how we used to do it, so motherfuckers couldn't get protected. Instead of getting slapped on your hand, you was getting jaw jacked. You was getting punched
That's
to
wild.
the jaw. Right here. Right here.
wild,
And I
dog.
shit you not. I'm not exaggerating. There's no exaggeration in this. We played this shit for almost 8 years with a group of at least 15 plus people. Plus people.
was it dibs too?
So here's
was
the-
it dibs too?
Pow. No self-serve.
Hey,
I ain't trying to get out here.
Hey,
I ain't
trying to-
I'm
Look,
fighting you
I'm a-
niggas
I'm
in
not
my
playing foul.
I'm fighting
Hold
the
on.
fuck out of y'all.
Hold on. I'm about to
playing
tell
Pow.
you now. Pow. This was how you would call it. Pow. No self-serve. No nothing. Worldwide. When you got the worldwide on you,
Worldwide.
motherfuckers that didn't play Pow had the chance to punch you in the mouth, punch you in the jaw. Now here's the thing. In order for you to play Pow, you had to get powed in. Now,
Nigga, y'all the gang.
dog.
Definitely.
Y'all the
Bro,
fucking
you know what?
Like,
You know what's so crazy? Like meat a universal game. Like motherfuckers know this, but Pow, you had to get powed in to play it. And the way you got powed in is that you had to get powed in by me, my guy Pepe, and his brother Danny. We were the three originators of Pow. So if you wanted to play the game, you had to get powed in. And in order to get powed in, it was kind of like a gang initiation.
You had to get your ass whooped.
We each had to punch you once in the jaw. Right here, just a straight jaw shot. Each. Once you got powed in, you had the ability to call pow on anybody that played pow. And our game was reckless, bro.
It
Like,
is.
easily.
It is.
Like, bro,
it is.
you know what was so
like my eyes is like
Bro,
I'm white people eyes.
I
bro.
can't even
white
believe that we
people eyes.
played this game.
Like,
You know what's so crazy
I
about
would
it?
never play Pow.
You know what's
I'm
so
fighting. I'm shooting
you know
niggas.
what
Like
was
my
so-
shit gonna be called.
You know what's so funny?
Pow, nigga.
You know what's so
Pow
fuck-
back, nigga.
Bro, you know what's so fucked up about it? In order for you to, it was almost like Fight Club. In order for you to stop playing POW, you had to get POW'd out.
You gotta get powed out
Yes.
too.
So you had to get POW'd in, and you had to get POW'd out. It was like, bro, I don't even. We came up with this shit.
Bang, bang.
We
Yeah,
got
it's definitely
played.
bang, bang.
We came up with this shit. Bored and tired of playing Meat. It was me and my two best friends, my brothers that
I
I grew
definitely
up
was
with.
bored as shit.
Y'all was bored,
and it
bro.
turned.
Y'all drinking?
And no, bro, we were like 16.
Oh, sad.
Bro,
I thought
we
this was
played
like,
this shit until we were at least 24 years old, bro.
That y'all was hitting each
Oh,
other in
wait,
the jaw.
Wait,
Till about 24, 25.
y'all used to hoop. Yeah, y'all used to hoop as kids,
I mean,
right?
everybody, yeah.
The niggas play hump the pole.
The
Yes.
niggas definitely did help the pole.
I mean, to be fair, though,
You can't cut off my pal story with this hunt the pole.
Yes, I do, because Powell's crazy.
Because
Bro,
this pal shit.
Powell's I need to call people
We
on
got got some story. I remember, man, we had this one motherfucker
Powell's
that
like you niggas
wanted to
fight.
play pal with us, so we powed him in and we took him easy. We caught him on his first pal, bro, and you could get pal for anything. Like, say Diz just took a drink out of that cup and he dribbled a little bit of his motherfucking.
You gotta pay attention.
We be on it.
Yeah,
We
you
like,
gotta pay
pal, no,
attention.
sir, what, everything. Motherfucker, you was stuck.
Now I'm gonna get.
So,
now I'm gonna dribble into this cup because you did knock my fucking jaw
Bro,
loose.
if there was
Forever dribbling.
if there was 8 motherfuckers in the room playing POW, you was getting hit by 8
No, I'm not.
Now,
No, I'm not. What I'm doing is fighting 8 niggas in a room. Like, cause I would tell you niggas like, try me, bro.
Now, some motherfuckers just take it easy. Like, we play this so much, sometimes we be like, all right, pal, you know what I'm saying? But some motherfuckers, like my guy Danny, I remember, dog, we recruited this young white dude to play POW with us. He wanted to be down. He played POW with us. We powed him. We gave him an easy POW. We caught him with the POW in front of his porch, bro. I gave him a POW. You know, I kind of gave him, like, you know, a little.
gave him a jab.
I gave him a jab, something he could feel. My guy, my brother Deles did the same thing too. When Danny went up to give this motherfucker POW, bro, he knocked this motherfucker out with POW. That motherfucker fell to the floor, got back up after a whole minute, and was like, I don't want to play this game no
Y'all,
more.
that's what I'm
So then we looked at dog, and we was like, you don't want to play no more? You gotta get POW'd out.
Dog.
So-
I was like,
See,
y'all
y'all
was building school shooting children.
But no, we was not, because we was in the hood. We was in the hood. We
like-
knew that if we had a problem with the motherfucker, we go to him. We ain't shooting everybody else. But
Like,
yes.
dog.
We gotta get back on track because we are going way over.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, POW was just a huge part of my teenage life,
I'm
bro.
mad. I'm
And
mad that
to
y'all
this day, I'm proud to say I ain't never been knocked out by a motherfucker, whether playing POW or
It's not
having a
touchscreen,
fight.
dog.
Like, I'm really mad that y'all took that shit to a cocaine level.
That was
You don't
wild.
even know. We took it to super levels where we had super chin shots. We had super
Bro, we gotta
forehead
get back
shots.
on track. We
had
gotta finish
super
the boys
uppercuts.
out.
Yeah, we gotta finish
I ain't
this
even
episode.
supposed to talk about this. I might get POW tomorrow when I see you.
That's
you
still
still
playing
playing. Like,
Hey, once in a while, we might call POW on each
All
other.
right, so the boys. Get back to the boys.
back on boys.
Back to
season
the
8.
boys. Because we gotta talk about Stormfront getting stomped the fuck
Oh,
out.
dude,
Bro, she got jumped.
She got an old-fashioned give me your wallet and give me all your shit stomp out.
Black
No,
Air Force
matter of
energy,
fact,
bro.
that was a playground stomp out.
She
Not
got
even.
stomped off.
That was Black Air Force
fuck out,
energy.
yeah.
That-
That was definitely Black Air Force.
That-
Like, bro,
Soon as May-
truly, why
soon as
was
May
Starlight-
showed up.
Starlight kept catching so much hand though. Like,
Bro,
every
she
freedom,
is so weak.
every freedom moment Stormfront got, she jabbed Starfront. Like, bitch,
yeah.
get the fuck away from me.
Bro,
You know
she's
what I'm
so
saying?
Yeah,
weak.
Starlight was the weak.
Starlight
Starlight
was
was
the
definitely the
weak.
weakest of the three.
She's so weak.
Because Maeve came in, was giving her the
Hands,
giving
like,
her. She was giving her Mike Tyson
who all
punches.
remember that like Ogre don't die. So when she snapped her neck, it was like,
I
oh,
did.
she be back.
I did.
I told
I did.
her,
Yeah.
I was
I did.
watching it Rocky, and she was like, "She's gonna kill her." I was like, "Dude, she can't.
Yep,
she gonna
same
come
thing.
back. She
Yeah.
gonna snap her neck. She gonna come right back."
Yeah, and I was like, that's all. Like when I saw it happen, I'm like, she ran into that shit. I feel like she
Yeah.
ran into that to kick it off.
I
Like, you know what I'm saying?
knew that wasn't gonna be the death of the season. That we'd be like, "Damn," you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or
'Cause,
even
yeah.
like,
We've already saw her do the work, so it's like having her come in, and I actually didn't expect Maeve to come in.
Yeah.
Like, I
didn't
really
either.
thought Ogre was gonna just handle
Yeah,
her
I thought
shit.
she was gonna give
Yeah,
hands.
I didn't expect Maeve to
With
come in
like
either.
some assistance
I
from
either thought
Starlight.
Stormfront was gonna fuck him up, and go away, or Starlight was just gonna do
I
some
thought they was
amazing
gonna
shit.
I thought they was gonna give. Yeah, I thought they was gonna give Starlight an amazing like Goku type situation where she like level the fuck up.
Her power's weak as a bitch.
It is.
I don't understand
I
where her
thought
powers
that, like,
fucking even
but, like,
is.
She need a
bro.
She
fucking
can, like-
outlet.
Yeah, I'm saying she can use like the electricity.
She got the power of being a main character, so that's why I was like, oh, they gonna give her some shit.
This nigga gave her. Dog, this nigga gave
She
her.
definitely got
this
the
nigga
plot
gave her
armor.
a cast power.
Yeah, she definitely. Yeah,
Like,
She got plot
she
armor.
got plot armor. Like, yeah.
but I mean, but what is her
But
fucking
she can,
power?
So like with all,
Anything electricity.
all of this stuff that's plugged up, she can use. She can use it to like.
But she was right out in the open. Ain't none of electricity out there.
well, she still has cars. She's
not
running.
enough power. Not for Stormfront. That's probably why she kept getting her
That's
ass.
why
That's probably
she get her
what
ass kicked.
kept getting her ass.
That's not enough power. Because matter of fact, she blew up half that shit when nigga like so that shit, she wiped them cars out.
Stormfront
to be
came
fair,
in on
because
business.
You would have thought that because Stormfront can use electricity, she could use that against her. Because that's still electric power.
Oh
It's
yeah, that
definitely
makes
electric
sense.
power.
But she probably Starlight's so weak, like she probably didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Starlight's not like you said. She does have plot armor.
100%
Starlight
plot
as
armor.
Starlight as a character in the show hasn't shown anything to be super really.
No.
Bro, she trash, bro.
Like other than like she
She
got a
can
nice
light
little
up
outfit.
rooms.
She got a nice little outfit that shows some cheeks in good angles.
Bro, if they cut the electricity off to the city, she could. Like,
She
she
could.
ain't doing nothing.
she could.
What's she
I
gonna
mean-
do? Like, give you
Which is really
static electric
funny
shots?
that she don't know how to like
Which is great.
burn her
That-
phone and like stay hidden. Like nigga, they track you by electricity.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
Which
she's
is
so
great that she hooked
like,
up with
her-
Huey, because Huey weak too.
Huey's so trash. I hate fucking Huey, bro.
So it's
Yeah.
like, trash
like,
people can be together.
like even when he was bearing his soul, I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck.
yeah, the last episode when he was doing the whole like I'm
care.
clingy shit. I'm like, bro, if you don't get your weak ass,
Yeah.
Hey,
outta here.
that's why I was so happy when A-Train broke it up. Like, what's up, shitbird?
Yeah.
I was like, finally, thank you.
I'm like, I feel like that was such a drag of this is the last episode.
Bro,
I don't care.
I
Like,
think he's just not a good. Maybe hopefully he'll be better in the next season, but it's like he's such a trash.
no, but I get like if you think about him in a comic book realm
Yeah.
and reading like he is the awkward person while all this drama is going on.
Yeah.
So
I
seeing
could,
him in
but
live,
it's like,
He's-
I could real
He's
life.
the obvious weak link.
Yeah.
But it's like he's such a character that's like if he wasn't there, I wouldn't mean much.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's why he's there though, because he is the one that does like something extra that makes the team have to like, damn, we gotta fucking save Huey. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, we gotta fucking save Huey.
fucking Huey,
Cause, you know what I'm
man.
saying? Because as much as they don't care about who they killing, whatever, for some reason,
They still fuck
Huey
with
is
they
important.
team.
Like, we gotta save Huey. Like,
So well, let's get to the last scene, which was
To the very
yo,
last scene.
well, I mean, what I want,
Well,
like I said, what I want to talk about, like what I want to talk about that I didn't.
oh, the death. We got to talk about the death, about the son. So wait, this is the question I wanted to ask y'all. Does this confirm that Homelander's son is stronger than him?
No.
No,
He got the same
He just
powers.
young. Yeah, he just young. He don't know what
he
he's
got
doing.
the same. But see, he's that same powers. But when Homelander was zapping the titties, he wasn't doing
wasn't
anything.
trying to
Do you
kill
think,
her,
I think
though.
he still- I think he
that
still
even
didn't
though
go.
She said
He
go
was-
full power that he didn't. He might not.
Yeah, I think he still didn't
He
go.
wasn't trying to
full
kill
power.
her. Yeah.
Well, because I'm basing it off of she told him to go full power, so I was assuming that he went full
you
power.
know what? To Rudy's defense, could be possible. But at the same time, you got to think, he a 8-year-old boy who ain't never used his powers. Like
He don't have
they're
control.
He don't have
unhinged.
control.
uncontrollable.
Yeah, he just.
And he
knows
caught her
to
off
do
guard.
I
Like, you
mean,
gotta think like
it could
you gotta think
also-
Homelander was burning
Man, he charred that bitch.
Stormfront shit
He
like,
charred the shit out
and
of
he didn't kill her though. Like she was like
Kylo
he
Ren
just
charred.
threw.
That was. I thought she was
like-
Anakin
But the same-
Skywalker
but-
afterwards.
Yeah,
But he
Anakin
just threw like a
Skywalker
non-Cyclops mass
Right.
like beam out.
But
like,
that's the thing. But he cut off limbs, and Stormlander didn't. And that's
Homefront.
Homelander didn't.
Homelander. That's Homefront.
Homefront.
Homelander.
Homelander didn't. So I'm like I said, I'm just
But
going based off of what
it could-
the premise. She said go full power, and I'm assuming that he did go full power, and that's
to
why.
that point, a lot of times what like properties do is like those hybrids have more power.
Yeah.
That's what Dragon Ball. Like
Gohan's
Gohan has
technically
more.
is supposed to have more power than Goku.
So it's like a lot of times properties do that where it's like, okay, the hybrids have more power than the full-blooded, so it could be. But I like Lib said, I am assuming that even though she said go full power, he just
probably
didn't.
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I also feel like I also
And
feel
he
like the
doesn't really
kid.
have control.
I also feel like the kid. Yeah, like the kid just doesn't have control.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Homelander probably in his childhood things of trying to figure out himself did the same shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like if I'm gonna throw laser beams out my eyes and I don't know how to do it, the first thing is gonna be a stupid dumbass blast.
Yeah.
That can wipe anything
Yeah,
out
I
in
think that
front
was
of
the
me.
first time.
That was the first time.
Yeah,
That was the
because
first
they
time.
and that's what it was because they were already trying to make him do it.
Yeah, because
Yep.
she was like, yo,
They
you
tried to
gotta
shoot
do
the
something
deep,
you hate.
the Deep's action figure.
It
Right,
was
yeah.
always got to be on something
Hey,
that,
that
you
shit was
hate.
so funny,
It
dog.
was.
Dog, they be killing the
They be
deep,
killing
bro.
the Deep, dog.
Dog.
The Deep.
Hey, but he's such a hoe when they found out that the A-Train took the shit and he was like, fuck him. Fuck that guy. I don't fuck with him.
I hate that.
Like,
Hey, when he left, he was like, "Hey, fuck Fresca."
I hate the D.
Hey,
Bro,
no,
I love. No,
I
what I
mean,
did love about this episode is that niggas started pointing out that we all saying like, what the fuck was is Franca? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name?
And we still didn't get the answer.
Edgar.
Yeah, Van Edgar was like, I don't want to touch that shit.
That shit is like shit.
We
Like,
still didn't get the answer. on
bro,
what the fuck
I don't know, bro. I like the deep, bro. He's so funny, bro.
He's
so funny, dog.
I like the Deep's meltdown. Like his growth in this season of him they had him putting all this weird shit in was like me already saying like, when is his breakdown gonna come? Because I know this shit ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he had the breakdown, like nigga, I've got a bit. The bitch don't even good blowjob.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing everything.
dog.
Like I'm doing everything. And I can't get to 7. Like
For real, like
He gave him access to his bank account, like he did everything.
like this nigga gave.
and then
A-Train just walked in.
"You're being problematic. Get out of here."
Yeah. A-Train walked in like, oh, that's what y'all doing? Let me change all this shit up real quick. Like, so I like that's.
I fuck with the Deep, man. I like dog. Like he funny, bro.
He is funny.
I can't help but
I
to
fuck
feel
with
bad
A-Train.
for dude.
I need D to be a villain. By this time, I think if we do another third.
No, I want him to continue to try to redeem himself because he just fails at it miserably. Like when he was standing on top of the fucking whale and
That
the
was
whale
hilarious,
died. Like,
dog.
bro, he was
that was
so
his
confident.
moment.
He was so
I'll be
confident.
He was
was
so
his
confident.
I would love for him to turn into true Aquaman, where it's like, y'all not fuck with me. I'm gonna go to my sea. And like this
He
season,
don't even gotta see though. He a regular motherfucker with water powers.
Yeah, because
He didn't come. He ain't a fucking king of the
He's not
deep.
Atlantean, like because they haven't.
Yeah.
There's no Atlantean.
He's not a race.
He's
He,
a dude who
he a
got-
regular American.
which is really like I would really love if we get into the next season where they kind of do a backstory of everybody from the 7. Because like we said, like
But they kind of dabbled.
Not really, because Compound V was like given to him as birth. So it's like we said, like it gives them a power that we don't know is random. So it's like,
Right, but
how did
The
he
Deep
get?
explained about him. The Deep explained about how he started getting his power. A-Train kind of dived into it a little bit when he was talking about the poverty. We know Homelander was basically a scientific specimen.
Yeah, he was a
because
lab
he
rat.
talks about it consistently.
Yeah.
Starlight, we know that
parents.
that
Yeah, we know her parents, so yeah.
You know, the
Like
only one
she's the main one of controversy.
the only one we really don't know about is Maeve. And I don't feel bad about not knowing her about anything about her because really, like,
you don't like Maeve either?
I don't fucking care about her too much.
You don't care for Wonder Woman, fam?
And like, no, why?
I like Maeve's
I like
character.
Maeve, dog.
She
Maeve got so reckless now. She like, nigga, fuck all of y'all.
That's what I like
My
about her.
bitch
Me
left
too.
me.
Yeah,
Right,
I
that's
like
what I
Maeve's
like.
character for that.
She
Maeve smoking cigarettes.
Maeve is
and
the
fucking
most,
brain.
Maeve is the most
Maeve is-
realest character
she's
in the
like-
show.
Maeve from the beginning, she was like, all right, I'm trying to do this. And then she's like, you know what? Fuck
Fuck this
everything.
shit.
Like, I feel like she
we
gave.
think
I
we
feel like
think so, but in the second season, we find out that she secretly is gay and that she got a girlfriend,
Right, but
and
I
it's a
mean-
cover up. So it's just like everybody else. To me, she's just turning into what she should have been if she didn't have superpowers, which would just be a butch dyke fucking pushing a truck, smoking cigarettes.
No, she
No.
no.
'Cause-
Maeve's character, she is a character who wanted to do good.
And she got beat down.
She got beat down, and now she's just like, man, fuck everything.
Yeah,
Fuck this.
yeah.
I
Like
lost my
Maeve-
girl.
like, I feel like
fuck
Maeve
this superhero
did- I
shit.
feel like Maeve
fuck
did.
this.
I feel like Maeve
Fuck Bart.
did what Wonder Woman did. Like, remember Wonder Woman had a moment where she like, fuck every
Yeah, like,
niggas
I-
that ain't shit.
I
But
like-
Superman ain't tell Wonder Woman to kill a bunch of motherfuckers.
She didn't, but she also like, but Wonder Woman also
But if
did
Superman
realize
was
like,
as morally inept as Homelander
But I mean,
was.
but
Wait.
the
In
same-
the Injustice Superman, he did.
but I mean,
That's
but
different.
in the same format though. Maeve's reaction to the world around her was the same as Wonder Woman's. Like, evil's still gonna be here. People gonna still be bad. No matter what the fuck you try to do,
Yeah.
it's still gonna be the fucking same. She's like,
She
I'm
just
tired.
want to eat her pussy and chill.
She's like, I'm tired. she lost her girl. Like, I mean, she lost.
oh my god.
mean-
I hated that. I really did hate how like
that
they
is
show
bad.
they
I
bashed
don't know how
her.
to
I mean,
respond.
gang, you could be. Let's be real. Like, she just want to eat her pussy and chill. Maybe wear a strap on every Friday. Like,
Every
like,
Friday.
She don't fucking like. That's all she want to do. Like,
You know what's really funny though is the fact that like I mean not even diving into what Lib is on. But,
yeah, I don't know how to
but
respond
like,
to that
But the
one.
fact that Maeve had a lesbian girlfriend, but would still strongly tell motherfuckers like, I would break this nigga in half.
Cause she was
You know what I'm saying?
bisexual.
because she
Yeah.
was a butch dyke.
Well, she was bisexual.
What butch
No, but I'm
dyke
saying,
have
like,
you
I'm saying-
ran
I'm saying,
into
like, what was her
that
name?
didn't try to
Elena?
fight you?
Elena had control over Maeve.
Because
nigga, like,
she
you
was a
ain't finna break-
lesbian.
Cause she was, yeah, she.
What? But come on now, bro.
Maeve
How many?
actually liked her, and I was why when they tried to point May, like,
Yeah.
we wanted to do the May, what do they call
Yeah.
it, the May out bars, whatever.
Yeah.
She was like, well, she's not a lesbian, she's bisexual.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean,
Bro, what's so funny
She
was
just
the
don't
Maeve
give a
Rainbow
fuck.
Burger, dog.
They was killing me.
Dog, they
Like,
was killing me.
But it was
I
Stormlander.
hated the publicity stuff up there.
yeah, it was either.
I mean, Homelander.
It was Homelander.
I keep on calling that nigga Stormlander.
Stormlander. That's
Stormlander.
This nigga's messing
Hey,
shit.
that's they
Home
love.
front.
That's
That's
the
they-
cover
that's
band.
they-
I shipped them.
Stormlander.
That's that
I
shit
shipped
name.
them.
No, but it's
Homefront. Stormlander.
that's I guarantee. I don't know if anybody ships them. Like, I
No,
feel like,
we the first to say that. We the
Yeah.
first.
I don't
Stormlander
think
or
they have a ship
Homefront.
name. I don't think anybody ships them.
Gave him a
Hey,
couple names.
but like, all right, but like, so let's get into the last scene.
The very last scene now.
Yes,
I didn't
When she was
expect.
getting stomped
I didn't
the
expect
fuck
that.
out.
No,
No,
that
was the
I
last
didn't
scene.
expect the congresswoman
I didn't
to be
expect
the.
the
Oh, okay.
I didn't
yeah.
expect her to be a soup.
I
I
didn't.
did not.
So,
I
like I said, like the thing that I said,
So
I
that
didn't
makes
wanna,
me believe that there's other secret soups out
But
there.
yeah, and
Oh,
there is.
I
But
100%
she's
believe
like-
Wait,
that.
did y'all read it?
So-
Wait, before you say that, did y'all read anything about this?
No.
So I did, because so they were saying like it's whatever her power is, it has something to do with waves. Because if
Yeah,
you
'cause
saw,
there's a way. I did see that. I
Yeah,
did see that.
because there were,
there's
like-
always a wave behind the person.
Yeah.
Before they head
yeah,
blow
before
up.
they head blow. So if you go back and watch the scene, there's waves going, like there's like little bit of waves that are going before the head start exploding. And then with the same thing with the Fresca, when he drinks the Fresca, and then when it takes that shot on the floor,
Yeah, I
you
saw
see
that.
some waves.
I noticed
And
that.
then like you see her eyes, it like look like there's
Yeah, I
waves
saw her
on it.
eyes.
Yeah, 'cause
But
you
she
never
can
see
only she can only explode heads. It seems like.
Well,
Yeah, that's
to
what
be
it
fair,
seems like.
that they don't. There's nothing that explicitly says that. She could just explode whatever.
That could
But
be just her
that's just that-
her go-to move. That's,
Yeah, I
that's
mean-
her Kamehameha wave. Like,
Because
oh,
like think about it. If I could explode whatever. Like if I could pick a pinpoint a point on you. All right, I want to explode that. Exploding your
I mean,
head is
I feel
easy.
like it might be a Sonic thing though too.
It could
like
be.
it'd be like a Sonic
Yeah,
hearing. Like
we don't know-
exploded,
we
like,
don't know.
That's what I think so.
We
too,
have
because-
no clue.
Because if they say waves, yo, brain waves.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes
So-
sense.
So I mean, she could definitely be. Because I mean, if you think about the destructive power of like Dark Phoenix, who can really be like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jean Grey can control your. Like she probably can blow your fucking head up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so she's probably, if she's not telekinesis or anything, she definitely has some kind of power that can like sonically like charge your brain waves and be like, we're gonna just throw that motherfucking fried up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can see, I can definitely see that. So it's like, well, I said like my call was, all about the story I was talking about was like the fact that I knew that, for one, I knew the boy. I didn't know the boy was gonna kill Stormfront, but I did know from episodes where how Butch was like, I don't fuck with Soups and this kid ain't shit. I was like, this ain't gonna get left with this kid. Like she
course.
gonna die. And he gonna have to deal with this kid. Figure
Yeah,
it out.
okay.
What I didn't call was that he was gonna still dump the nigga off.
yeah.
What I didn't call, I thought like the boys' season would it go in where it's like she said like protect him, like where now he's finna train him to be a good guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause you
But I
have
still
a
don't trust
child.
that lady.
Huh?
The lady that sent him off. I still
Mallory or
don't trust
whatever
her.
her name
Yeah.
is.
I still
I
don't
don't know.
trust her.
I think they ended it with us feeling like we ain't supposed to trust her.
Yeah,
Like,
I still don't trust her. Like I get it. Like Butch, like he made a promise and he sent it off to her, and I think he has good intentions. Like, oh, she's gonna treat him, but I still don't trust her.
Like I feel like if we get a story, if we get another season, it's gonna be because something happens to him, to the boy.
Well,
and
we-
Butch gets the team back together. Like
Well,
we gotta
oh,
save
yeah.
the
Not-
boy.
and outside of that, I mean, we already know that the Congresswoman, she's probably going to be the big bad of the next season as well.
I don't know though. I think
No,
she
because
might just be against Vaughn.
Huey's gonna be the one to be like, "Hey, fam, I think it's something weird about her."
Yeah,
Because
she
Huey's
might-
not
I
working
don't
for
know.
her.
Well, we don't know what her.
Yeah, I don't know what her end goal is.
Her end goal
but
is.
she could just be against Vaughn.
But she could just be against Vault, but then she could he get that power hungry.
True.
Like, so she's exploding heads, and remember Huey's not about killing Soups, so that's going to be a conflict of interest. Because
Yeah,
remember,
but Huey weak. So I don't, I don't really care.
but even though he's weak, he has a power of rallying the fucking
Yeah,
crew
it's also plot
behind his plot armor. But like he seems to get the crew behind him. So if he sees
Yeah.
that she's
So
if he realizes that she's killing Soups, and he's gonna be like, oh, we
But
gotta stop her.
how much will Butcher care? Because he still wants to kill Homelander.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, we also gotta look at that. Like, Homelander's not finna let that shit easily slide. That made
Yeah, because that last
told
scene-
him
that last Homelander
like, we
scene
the
was
kid.
wild.
Like nigga, like I was like,
the jacket off in front of his. all for the city.
Like, dog, I can do what I want.
That's what you kept on saying.
Like, I was hoping, I'm like, dog, if this nigga nut and kill somebody, like y'all doing way too much.
Jerking off in front of the move.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
imagine that, bro. He just nutting, just hit somebody in the head. And
That's
they
what I thought I was
died.
gonna go that far. Like, y'all
Imagine you live around there, you just happen to look out your window. What the fuck is this?
Like, I got nutted
like
out
he
by
was doing, like
Homelander.
he was really was doing the Batman like pose on the gargoyle, but beating his fucking meat, saying draws to his ankle though,
Dog.
like not like a little cut out the hole, like
Bro,
drop
he
the
ain't
ball,
even looking at porno. He just getting off at the fact that he can do
saying he
whatever
can do what
he
he
wants.
want, like.
But he can't. That's the funny thing, because Maeve put him in that check move, and I feel like that whole entire scene was him just like
trying to psych him.
Like when they went to his
Because
face,
he
his
really-
eyes, like this nigga zoned out.
because he really
like,
can't do. He really can't do anything that he want. Like
I
he
think
really
it's
can't.
more so like I think it was him battling like, wait, fuck that. You telling me I can't do it? I can do what the fuck I want.
Homelander
But then
gonna
he
do
still
the
wants
fuck-
to
Homelander
love
gonna
him.
fuck around and become a fucking villain, bro.
Well, in the comics, so there was a scene that I saw, and I was like, this scene was fucking brutal, and I was like, I wonder if they're gonna ever play it out. It was Homelander and Maeve, and like the guy was like, so at some point, and I don't know if this is gonna play out. At some point, the world realized that Homelander's a villain, and so it's a guy, and he sees Maeve, and I guess Maeve is still fucking with Homelander because he's like, stay back, he's a villain, and Maeve grabbed the guy and throw him at Homelander's chest, and he just fucking
It takes him in.
just blows up, like his body blows up, and then Maeve is just grabbing people out the crowd and throw them at Homelander's chest, and fucking niggas. I was like, dog, that is a fucked up ass scene.
That's a fucked up way to die too.
Like to be thrown to a nigga and it's like you not finna make no impact.
Yeah, he just standing there like this. I was like, that's fucked up. But let's get into recommendations, man.
Damn,
You sure? I wanted to touch a little bit about the fly on
Bro,
Mike Pence's head.
We had
Fair.
2 hours and
Fam,
30 minutes.
we definitely dove into a lot of rants. Like
Shout out to that fly though.
yeah, shout out to the Fly.
Shout out to the Fly. But
Like,
let's
that's a
get
good
into-
recommendation. If you haven't seen the debate, watch the Fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Jeff Goldblum would
watch
be,
it just for the fly.
Jeff Goldblum would be proud. You know what I'm saying?
On the real, he would.
Like,
Matter of fact, thank you. I'm gonna watch that this month.
The Fly is a good horror movie.
like Jeff Goldblum should have made a post like, fam.
Wait, did he?
Like,
Like he finally did it.
you know
That's
what I'm
my
saying?
brother.
Like, yeah, like, dog. Jeff Goldblum definitely should have gave like I would have loved to see Jeff Goldblum post about the Fly. You know
Let's
what I'm
get
saying?
into these
Like,
recommendations.
I'm
man.
surprised a nigga ain't just put Jeff Goldblum on Mike Pence's head. Like, this is how
I've been waiting for that shit.
like,
Nobody's done it, though.
This is the actual Fly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That shit terrified me when he came out of that fly thing, bro.
Bro,
yeah, that was actually a
looking
nasty
ugly
movie.
as a bitch.
The Fly
Yeah.
is a nasty ass fucking movie.
Shout out
Yes.
to Baxter Stockman, bro.
He was a real Fly.
Shout out to Baxter.
We can put Baxter Stockman on Mike Pence's head too. Like, we can put. Hey, we can put.
Recommendations. Like, you can go
We
to
can
a
put
whole
the
other
we can put the
tangent.
Tyler Perry Baxter Stockman on top of
We
Mike
go
Pence's
to a whole
head.
other tangent, and we had like 2.5. We got a wrap.
We took all right. I'm gonna
Time
do mine.
keeping
My recommendation is
motherfuckers.
definitely going to be.
We didn't even call on you.
I mean, we didn't call nobody.
Anybody can go.
It's gonna be
I know.
mine's gonna be Dr. Sleep. Like I said, if you
understand
haven't
shit.
been a fan, like we in Halloween month, so Dr. Sleep, and Speedgrapher, which I talked about earlier already, both of them. But if you haven't watched Dr. Sleep and you're a fan of The Shining, like it was a really great wrap up of how they put the movie together. It actually feel like it can go further, like because like
They do.
you know what I'm saying, like it can really go into another realm of like because like, I think they even left it where the woman was like, "There's more people like us." Or whatever that can be still looking for this. So it's like Dr. Sleep and like I said about Speedgrapher, the anime, like that's some seedy shit. It's a really fucking good anime. Like if you definitely on some like trying to find some dark tone ass anime, especially during this holiday season, it's not fucking horror, but it's definitely some Law and Order SVU ass type serious shit. Like so those are my two recommendations.
I'll go next. The Book of Blood. I thought it was pretty neat, pretty good. You know,
you
watch
definitely
that.
give us a synopsis on what Book of Blood was even about. Like
I didn't give you a synopsis because I really truly can't. Like I can't. It's 3 stories in one. I don't want to give a synopsis on what it is because I feel like if I do, it's just I'm gonna go off on a whole nother tangent, and you just need to watch it. You know, as a fairly decent twist in there that I didn't expect. It's not the focus of the movie, but it's something that I was like, oh. Okay, all right, I see what y'all doing. And besides that,
If you're reading comic books, check out Something Is Killing the Children. It's based in Wisconsin. I love it.
I still gotta. I gotta.
I'll bring I got them all. I'll bring you.
Yeah, I need them then. Yes.
And this week, they re-released for I think it's the 20th anniversary of The Walking Dead, but they re-released issue number 1 in full color. Now, if you've ever read The Walking Dead comic books, you would know that none of the comic books are in color at all. So just rereading the first issue and just looking at the
realized
artwork
that it wasn't that
in full color.
Covers were.
The covers
books,
were.
Yeah,
but
books,
the actual book was always in black and white, which I thought was fantastic. But seeing it in color, was pretty dope. I picked it up. I liked it. And the 3 Jokers. I'm really digging the story right now.
My recommendations along the same lane of horror films. I'm actually going to recommend The Forest with Natalie Dormer. I really liked that movie.
I second that. I think it was dope.
Especially because the fact that she played twins in it. So she had to, a lot of scenes she had to act against herself. Mm-hmm. She had to play 2 different types of characters that were still the same, almost the same person.
Right.
And just the premise of itself, going into that forest and having to, basically the idea of it was going into the suicide forest in Japan, which is actually a forest where a lot of people go commit suicide.
Yep.
And the premise of it was that in this forest there are spirits there that basically have you confront your demons and have you confront so much that you become overwhelmed to the point where you think you're fighting them and you're fighting yourself and you commit suicide. And it was a really interesting premise, so I would recommend that.
All right, my recommendation is going to be 2 recommendations. For anime, I'm going to recommend Parasite. I know
a good anime.
We was talking about.
I watched a little bit of it.
I watched the full thing, and Parasite is so fucking dope. Yeah, it's a fucking dope.
You watched the movie at the live action?
It's not the same.
I'm not. I have zero faith in live action anime.
No.
I
The
heard that actually live action movie.
Parasite movie is not the Parasite.
No, there's a Parasite live action.
Oh yeah, you're right. I actually, you know what? I saw some of it. Actually,
I heard the live action of that one was actually really good.
All right,
because it's a horror movie. It's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
I have zero faith in it, but I mean, I guess I may try it out. But Parasite, the anime, is so fucking dope. Like, it's funny because so we didn't get a chance to talk about it, but one of the things we was watching it, and I was like, I appreciate that they addressed the right off the rip. So, did you watch the first episode?
I remember most of the first episode.
The funniest thing that I thought, I was like, all right, you have a hand, you have a mouth. I was like, I mean, it's an obvious joke there, and they addressed it ASAP in the anime. I was like,
they did.
I appreciate that shit.
I do remember them coming off like, they was like, I was like, bro, I think that was one of the reasons I was like, this is probably not gonna be for me.
But they didn't explore that. They addressed it at that time, and then that was the only time. Yeah. But outside of that, like the anime and like the whole lore of the whole show and the parasites and just like the parasite trying to find out like really what it is.
Like I feel like it was a really dark fucking Pokemon show.
It was pretty much.
Like everybody had a parasite. They got my parasite does this. Like
it was dark.
It was like a fucking Pokemon. Like my parasite gets your parasite.
And then as far as like just comic book movies that are turned into like animated movies, Batman Hush is a fucking dope.
Yeah, Batman Hush was
I
good.
fucking love that.
The animated movie was dope.
Yeah, I recently rewatched it and I was like, I forgot how dope that shit was. So Batman Hush will be my recommendation there. And then that's always my OG recommendation. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go to geeksetpodcast.com. Make sure you check out our past articles. Make sure you check out our past episodes. Make sure you check our past videos and all our current videos. Make sure you check out, well, I'm going to get to the merch. Make sure you check out our merch. We got a whole lot of new merch. We got a whole lot of the Sketchy Geek set out. We got stickers. We got posters. We got Mount Geek more. We got a whole lot of stuff. Whole lot of codes depending on what you're watching. Make sure you go to our YouTube. Make sure you check out 101 with Deuces. Make sure you check out the new episode of Geekset Rewind. It is our first launch episode. It is hosted by Didge, where you're kind of watching Blood Sea. Got shout out to Big Mike for NWO on there. It's Didge, Bacardi, and NWO. But it's like I said, we are expanding. We are doing more. So they say make sure you go to youtube.com/Geekset. Follow us on all social media at Geekset Podcast on every social media. And then again, this is the only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together. We are out.
Peace.